Okay, so Mike is for microphone, and Cam is for camera, and Stu is for studio.
A little piece of toast, because there's so much to choose from. There's brown bread, white bread, all sorts of wholemeal bread. It comes in funny packages with writing on the side, but it doesn't matter which one you have, because when you cut the crust off, have it with marmalade or butter, cheese, tomatoes, beans, banana, or chocolate if it's strange, it doesn't really matter. Oh no, it all goes with toast. Just toast.
After a long and dreary 5-month absence, the Pandemic Friday crew of Toronto Mike, Stu Stone, and Cam Gordon
Be afraid. Be very afraid.
are back. FOTMs rejoice. This is Toast.
Okay, scrape that toast, boys. That's toast. Yeah, just toast.
What up, Mike? Toronto. VK on the beat. Check. I'm in Toronto where you wanna get a city love. I'm from Toronto where you wanna get a city love. I'm in Toronto like we wanna get a city love. My city love me back for my city love. I'm in Toronto.
Welcome to episode 1016 of Toronto Mic'd, proudly brought to you by Great Lakes Brewery. Oh, I gotta get the beer out of the fridge. Okay, I'll do that in a minute. A fiercely independent craft brewery who believes in supporting communities, good times, and brewing amazing beer. Order online for free local home delivery in the GTA. StickerU.com. Create custom stickers, labels, tattoos, and decals for your home and your business. Palma Pasta. Enjoy the taste of fresh homemade Italian pasta and entrees from Palma Pasta in Mississauga and Oakville. Ridley Funeral Home. Pillars of the community since 1921. Canna Cabana. The lowest prices on cannabis. Guaranteed. Over 100 stores across the country. Learn more at cannacabana.com. And Ryobi. Join the cordless revolution with Ryobi's 18-volt ONE+ system. There's over 260 tools in the system, and it's available at Home Depot. Joining me this week for the third episode of Toast is Cam Gordon.
Hey.
And Stu.
Hey, yo.
Stone.
Yes.
Woo! Welcome back, guys.
Big intro.
Getting bigger every month.
That's Jeannie Becker's ex that does that intro for you.
That's true. That is good. That means you listened to the Jeannie Becker episode.
I listened.
You didn't listen.
Partied in the
listened to a
limousine
lot.
together.
Wow, I'm impressed.
You saw the Coles notes.
Read the book.
I tried to let her off the hook.
It was in the 1236 newsletter.
I knew more than I was.
She was not having that Pepsi comment at all.
I just wanted her to know that I know. I didn't need her to.
It's important she knows. Like, she's about to turn 70.
I was going to go like this.
She's going to be 70?
She's 70 on the weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks
Wow.
amazing, right?
I imagine.
Would you hit
Awesome.
that?
I don't speak
You
like
know,
that.
you know who is her ex? Is well, Peter and her had one date. Peter Gross, FOTM Peter Gross. But
How
Bob,
old is he?
Do you know Bob? He's 71, I
So
think.
she's older than him?
He's older than her
Oh,
because
he's older than
71's
her.
more than
Right.
70.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you guys know the radio personality Bob McGee?
Yes.
MH. That is the ex of Jeannie Becker. They have children, a child or children.
Whoa.
I don't know.
Oh, is this the Yukon daughter?
Did she ever
Right.
have anything with Daryl Dahmer or
And Russ Holden.
Yeah.
Rusty?
They were there forever, eh? They were there forever, like since the 70s. They only like left like recently. But I'm actually gonna go upstairs and get
Any
some cold.
CFRB personalities in her black book? No?
Maybe Ted Wallachin. I don't know. So I'm going
Yeah.
to
Richard.
get beer.
Do you want me to go?
No, I'll
Actually,
go.
that's weird.
You two just like chat amongst yourselves,
Sure.
and I'll be
Kibitz?
back in like 2 minutes.
Should we do the Scott Hall portion here?
Go do the Scott Hall.
Yeah, Cam, it's hard to see you now because like when the microphone is raised to like my appropriate height, it's not.
What if I'm back here?
That's slightly better.
It's kind of weird, but that's okay. like Mike's.
There's a big delay. I really don't like sitting here, to be honest with you. If you're
Yeah,
just
I
listening
don't
to
like it
this-
either. It's very intimate. That's why I moved.
If you're just joining us, Toronto Mike has gone upstairs to his refrigerator to get some Great Lakes Brewery tall boys
Yeah.
so that he can serve one to this tall boy that you can't
There
even
you go.
see anymore.
Okay, so it's serious. Let's be serious for a second. R.E.P. Scott Hall. Stu, I often ask this to you. Your dealings with Scott Hall, like you must have crossed paths with him at some point.
Yeah.
And not at Bad Boy Furniture and
That's when I
the autograph
crossed paths
signing.
with him. Yeah. That's when it would have been. When you and I, in 1990-something,
Yeah.
we went and lined up at Bad Boy Furniture to get a
you.
Polaroid photo with Scott Hall and his championship belt.
Which is huge. Like that was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was so exciting.
And we did get a Polaroid with him.
Yeah, I still have it somewhere. Like I have a digital version of it that maybe it'll
that's
surface
pretty
at some
impressive.
point. Yeah.
Obviously, my most recent dealings with him were not good, based on the Dark Side of the Ring and whatnot.
Sure.
But I will say that as a fan, I mean, is there anybody cooler than Scott Hall?
I feel like he had universally like 100% approval rating.
Yeah, he's
Like-
just a cool dude.
Yeah, like nobody liked him even if he was one of those guys you love to hate or you just love to love.
Well, also just like he made everybody around him. That's terrible.
Stop it.
He went.
Stop
He
it.
made everybody around him cooler just by association. Kind of like when I come here on this show and make you guys cooler.
Yes, very similar.
It's like that's what Scott Hall brings to the table, and you can't teach cool. And he, I mean, listen, I'm sad that it's just sad that all of our heroes from if you're a wrestling fan, it's very sad to be a wrestling fan. You almost have to be sponsored by Ridley Funeral Home for real, because these guys are dropping like flies, and none of them get. And somehow Iron Sheik turned 80 years old 2 days ago.
Wow, good for
Yeah.
him. Good for him.
And I spoke to him on FaceTime. How about that? Iron Sheik knows how to FaceTime.
You're his Bubba.
I'm his Bubba.
where does Shiki live
He
normally?
lives in the Atlanta.
Very nice. Very
And
nice.
he's 80.
Hotlanta.
And listen, think about the damage that Shiki did to his lungs and liver and brain cells over the years of partying. He's still going. It's remarkable.
Now back to Scott Hall, because I don't know the name Scott Hall, but when I
Razor
heard,
Ramon.
no, that's
Yeah.
what I'm about to say is that I actually do know the name Razor Ramon, and I feel like his catchphrase was, did he say stuff like Chico?
Hey,
He-
it was
Yeah.
Scarface. A Scarface impression.
Scarface, and he would say goodnight to the bad guy.
Say hello to the.
Oh,
bad
say
guy.
hello. Okay, but he's doing a Scarface thing, right?
Basically, that's what it stemmed from. The
Right.
guys that heard him doing this impression of
Say hello to my little friend.
Scarface, Tony Montana, and everybody got a big laugh. And they're like, "Well, hey pal, you should make this your gimmick." And he became Razor Ramon, and he's now no longer with us, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
there was a documentary a few years back with Diamond Dallas Page and Jake the Snake and Scott Hall, where he Dallas Page sort of helped these guys get sober. So there was definitely an effort on Scott Hall's part over the last 5 years or so to turn the car around, and it's a shame. I believe he had hip surgery, and he had some complications with blood clots as a result of the surgery, and had multiple heart attacks and couldn't kick out. So
Well, I'm sorry to hear this
Yeah,
news.
those broken hips are just brutal. Like it just seems like I've just known like a number of people personally, like somebody's grandmother like
well,
breaks
that's
their
what
hips
happens
and
because
stuff.
they
It's
break their
just-
hip, then they're immobilized, and then they get pneumonia.
Yeah.
Pneumonia
It's
kills
not hip
you.
to be square, is what you're telling me. Now listen,
Yeah.
Boy.
Scott Hall, terrible news. I'm sorry to hear that.
Is this,
Uh,
I'm curious to hear the segue here.
Well, no, the
because
segue
Mike's
is, well,
very
let's
bad
do-
at,
let's do the-
death, segues.
you crack
No. There's
cracking
One
open
thing
a
that
beer.
he's terrible
I'm
at
about
is death
to-
segues.
I'm about to crack one open, and then I will be doing a hard pivot. But I'm going to just pay some respect to a listener of the program
Scott
who is
Hall?
also a Patreon. No, you're
You
called
have
a
a Patreon account?
I have a Patreon account. I know. I never
really?
talk about it. I know.
Do you have show nudes on there?
That's the only fans account. But this gentleman who has been
Is
writing
Monica on there?
for years, this gentleman's been writing me feedback after episodes. He particularly likes the radio episodes. But I just want to say I learned the sad news that this gentleman, Terry Corcoran, I hope I said that right. Corcoran.
Did Terry
He passed
pass
away
away?
in his
Oh,
sleep
no.
last night.
Oh,
So I'm just
God.
going to crack open my Great Lakes and say this episode's for Terry.
Yeah. Rest in power, Terry.
Rest in power, Terry, and rest in power, Scott. And shout out to Ridley Funeral Home.
That's awful.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, especially over from London to join with us and pay tribute to the Dubliners. Here's a number from the Dubs with the Pogues. Hey!
Aren't they like not Irish?
The Dubliners are Irish.
The Pogues are not.
No, they're from London. Don't you know
Yeah,
that?
we learned that last year.
On this day.
Yeah.
1 year ago.
Yeah.
So I'll bring her down. But this, of
That
course,
Weird Al Yankovic?
this is the no.
4th of July, 1806, we set sail from the
Happy Patty's Day. Happy St. Patty's Day to you too. It's St. Patrick's Day today.
I need to move this because Cam's just like not.
Oh yeah, do what you got to do there, brother. This is a audio
Don't worry,
program.
people can hear me. Mike, it just dawned on me because when I think of St. Patrick's Day, I
That's
also
better.
think of the start of the pandemic. We must be at about the 2-year anniversary of the first ever pandemic Friday.
Yeah, so it was the 20th. So
Now I'm not on at all.
you're
and
right.
Cam's not on at all.
2 years ago.
I did nothing good there.
Fix your camera
Don't worry
there,
about me.
thanks.
Just
I never was a good director.
square it on you.
Oh, I don't see Stu at all anymore. Oh, he's
This
moved
is-
it. Okay, I see. That's not
I
bad.
don't know.
You know what? We don't need to see. Cam's a good-looking guy. We don't need to
There,
see him.
that's good.
I want to just say happy St. Patrick's Day to MF.
Oh, is
Yeah.
she Irish?
MF is
oh, yeah, I
she's
guess
Irish.
Fitzpatrick.
Whoa!
Whoa, 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 whoa!
Sorry, I'm Micah Fitzpatrick,
Kill
the
that
football
in.
player.
For
the
2
football
years we've been saying
player.
MF. What do we-
Micah Fitzpatrick,
Yeah.
MF.
Mark Fitzpatrick, the goalie.
Yeah, Fitzy.
Margot's
Fitzy.
got the cargo. Reg has got the rig.
That's my
so-
ex-wife, Margot. Like, I'm not even kidding. Whoa.
A lot
Yeah.
of revelations today. Holy smokes. I want to talk about
Is
something.
MF celebrating St. Patrick's Day?
She's hanging with a friend tonight, and yeah, I think they're gonna have
Special friend?
a pint of Guinness or something.
So,
Fuck off.
so she'll be ready
Sure. Yes.
to
Yeah.
celebrate with you when we get you out of here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
How come not Great Lakes?
You're
Come on.
dressed for the occasion. Collared shirt.
Oh yeah, because
That's
that's how
nice
he bikes.
Argyle socks.
That's his
Absolutely.
biking attire.
Absolutely.
You rode a bicycle?
Yes.
That's how they roll in Amsterdam.
Why is that
so
funny?
Shout
Just
out
like
to the
in
Dutch.
this getup.
Yeah. I was at the office today. I want to look a bit presentable. Like we're just recently back
How
open.
long of a bike ride is that?
It's like 35 minutes.
That's a long time to be on a bike.
No, it's not.
No, come on.
I met Lieve
Not even for
Fumka
me.
at Gerard and Young or something like that today, and that was about 45
Yeah,
minutes.
Mike rode his bicycle from New Toronto
Yeah.
all the way to the Zanzibar
Oh, yeah.
adult establishment because I
told me
just
to.
made a
On a
joke.
whim.
I made a joke on
I
Twitter.
thought you were serious.
Called his bluff.
Did you know it was a joke?
By the way, if you
Yes.
want to play that game more often, I will throw out other
I've done
landmarks.
it before. I think Michael Lang had me go to the CNE grandstand.
Boy, the Big Apple, out by Port
Well,
Hope is
keep it
really...
Did you go
reasonable.
inside?
No, I didn't go inside.
Did you hear
I
any
was
April Wine
meeting-
or anything like that?
I was meeting Lieve Fumka. Yeah, Pour Some Sugar on Me from Def Leppard was playing. I was meeting Lieve Fumka. I just want to say thank you, Lieve Fumka, for buying me an Americano and other FOTMs.
Americano?
How do you say that?
Americano?
Yeah, that one too. And I want to say other FOTMs should follow suit.
Well, Leva Famke and Juan, they know Zanzibar quite well. Do you know how they know it?
They met
That's
there.
where they went to get vaccinated.
Oh, is that right?
They were given free vaccinations
At
there.
the Zanzibar.
Yeah,
Right.
That's a true story.
Oh, I believe
How
it.
dare you insinuate anything other than that?
Is that... No.
Okay, so now that we've talked about the Zanzibar, where I was today, but I didn't go inside, and then the coffee I had of Lieve Fumka, which was fantastic. I want to ask you, Stu Stone, about a quote you put on social media, and I want you to elaborate now that we have more room. Every day is a great day, even the bad ones. What was that in regards to? Was that just an optimistic piece of
No, I
wisdom?
think that I had some very frustrating days fairly recently, and I had a sort of a self-revelation that I would love to tell you without this music playing.
It's good. It's okay. It's St. Patrick's Day, Stu. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
Okay, there goes
Let's bring it
the
down.
Dubliners and the...
You know what? I had a revelation, a self sort of revelation.
an epiphany.
Epiphany of sorts. And I'm sure you guys have already had this earlier in your life. I'm a late bloomer. But, I'm making this movie, Vandits. We've talked about it before.
Right.
Equipment got stolen, all that.
Right.
Allegedly.
So I had to turn in my director's cut, they call it,
Right.
to the powers that be. And I was feeling pretty good about it, right? And I sent it in, and the feedback was that we're not there yet.
It's not good enough.
Well, I think it is, but
Is there a cameo from Cam Gordon in this?
so the point is, I'm getting all flustered here, and I'm thinking to myself, what the hell am I frustrated about? I'm mad because I'm getting notes about my movie. Like, that's the best kind of stress that you could ask for. This is what I wanted. This is what I signed up for. There's people that wish they even had one chance to do what I get to do. So what the hell do I got to be upset about? And I decided, listen, a bad day is still a good day. Where every day we open our eyes in the morning and wake up, that's another chance to do something. You know what I mean?
Amen.
Attitude is everything.
brother.
Attitude is everything.
Love it.
So this is a new positive Stu, one that wants to go to Pickle Barrel. With,
Can you talk to Wiseblot?
With Wiseblot. I want to go to the Pickle Barrel and watch him eat soup slowly from a spoon.
The Kanish.
I want to see him cut into a piece of carrot cake. I'd love to, but I'm being serious. This is a positive Stu. This is the type of Stu that, you saw. We spoke about it last month, but when the lovely Liz cornered me at the last TMLX event,
right?
That Stu was a very patient Stu. This Stu would have imagine. I would have greeted her with hugs.
You would have embraced the
moment.
Yeah, the feedback.
So if you're out there and you're having some stress, think about what you're actually stressed about. And you might not be stressed anymore because there's such a thing as good stress. If you're doing what you love.
Because it drives you.
If you're doing what you love, then that's the kind of
deadlines.
stress you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're directing movies, man. You ever step back and say, I'm Stu Stone and I direct movies?
Well, it's not even just that. It's just like...
Cam here can't even direct traffic.
Yeah. Well, listen, Cam is a very... He has a very important, huge job as well. Like, so whatever stress he has at work, he's got to be like... This is what I wanted.
He's got a big title. Okay, I'm glad to hear you get the positive. Now that we're talking Stu, though, I want to talk about the Stu sessions.
Right.
First question's for Cam, though. Cam, did you watch the Stu sessions?
I've watched the first 4 episodes.
Really?
You couldn't. You know how short they are?
You're
too busy.
I got stuff to do, but I watched it.
Well, Stu, I made a point to watch them all back
Okay.
to back.
For those that don't know, the Stu Sessions, a 6-episode web series that I surprised everybody with very little fanfare.
It was like dropping a mixtape.
Dropped this sort of secret project, and
like Drake.
And it's still a secret because not a lot of people even know about it unless they follow me
we're
on
talking
social
about
media.
it now.
But we're talking about it now. I'm very happy with how it came out. It's very fun. It's something I really enjoyed doing, and it chronicles the story of, a 40-year-old rapper reluctantly getting pulled back in front of the microphone. It's got some good cameos from some familiar faces.
I've seen some childhood friends. Oh yeah, the podcast episode.
Yeah, that was a good one.
The podcaster, I'm very friendly
so you
with.
know, okay, because that I was going to ask you, is that a work or a shoot?
Well, he's really got a podcast.
Yeah, but you were like, he knew you weren't going to talk financial.
We didn't have like a script or anything like that.
Okay, I'm just asking tough questions.
But, he's not an actor, if that's what you mean.
Yeah.
I was just wondering whether it's like, okay, just pretend like I'm going to talk investments and then be surprised.
I will say I was chuckling. I was chuckling in bed at that part, and MF kind of looked over. She's like, "Oh, what are you watching? There's Stew." And
was she impressed with the production values? I thought it was well done.
Yeah, she was very curious.
That. I'll tell you what, Mike. Yeah. You don't go to a restaurant and go to the kitchen and ask how they made the soup. You just eat the soup and you enjoy it. So why don't you shut the fuck up
talk today.
about trying to debunk the podcast episode.
I just like to know if I'm watching a mockumentary or documentary.
I mean, you're watching wrestling.
Right.
You're always watching wrestling.
Make movies, Mike.
Right. I know. I should just suspend.
Speaking of wrestling, I've got some exciting news.
Is it about Scott Hall?
And then we can get back to...
okay, do that because I got to get back to Stu's session. I got to ask you about your mom. And I want to shout out some of the people watching us live because there's a very vibrant, active FOTM community that actually shows up Thursday at 7 o'clock. You're late, by the way, but we'll talk about that in a minute. And is on the live stream to discuss all this. So you say your part, then I want the baton back.
Oh, okay. Well, I was...
Is that what you said? You wanted to say something?
I did. But then I was like trying to get Cam back on the mic.
What? You don't. It's not.
I think if I'm like back here.
Yeah, that seems like that works.
It's a low priority.
Okay, so I got this other kind of project going. A couple of things. Remember I told you about the Gibby thing last time? John Gibbons?
Yeah, that's amazing.
That's nothing to do with wrestling, but I'm going to be doing something with him on Monday.
Is that happening Monday?
Monday.
Is that a podcast?
It could be.
So not a TMDS production?
It's not yet. Doesn't mean it can't be. The other thing is that I'm working on this other sort of wrestling passion project, and I'm going to the New Jersey this weekend to interview, and you're not. This is going to mean nothing to you, Mike.
Still, I want to hear the name.
But Cam, I think you already know.
I know
this.
about this one.
But there's a wrestler from the '90s who hasn't wrestled in over 20 years. That's coming out of retirement for a big street fight in New Jersey at like a bingo hall in New Jersey,
Alabama Doink.
What's his name?
And his name is Barry Horowitz.
Okay.
Do you know Barry? He is a '90s wrestler who didn't. He won very few matches.
Was that his handle when he wrestled?
Barry Horowitz.
Oh
yes,
wow.
it's no wonder that he didn't.
He was an enhancement talent.
Horror.
But I'm gonna go to New Jersey and film his first match in 20 years.
Yeah, people are like yelling
and
Barry
get a
Horowitz.
chance to. I'm gonna get a chance to spend time with Barry Horowitz, and I'm very much looking forward to what that's gonna be.
Andrew Ward's very excited about the Barry Horowitz. He says he's a total jobber. Pat him on the back.
Yeah, that's what
all
Horowitz,
caps.
Pat him on the back. That's what Horowitz does.
Andrew Ward's excited about this, and
So
I'm
Andrew
excited.
Ward
You're
will
excited.
really love that.
Are you excited, Cam?
So back to the Stu Sessions.
Yeah.
Okay, can I just shout out? Is Trudy watching the live stream right now?
I don't know.
Okay, because I was gonna hope she was gonna be hearing this live, but I'll basically just say that.
Apparently, Humble Howard called out the Stu Sessions.
Okay, yeah,
this
I was
morning.
on. So I'm on Humble and Fred this morning, and I mentioned toast.
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, I saw there was something on the social media about Stu Sessions," and then we talked about
great.
Stu Sessions for a little bit. So I thought, and I enjoyed all 6 episodes. I love seeing you on the screen. It's like good production values. It's well done. And there's an episode with your mom.
Yes.
Best episode of the bunch.
Thank you.
Your mom was stellar in this.
She's great,
series.
right?
She was amazing.
Because she's just being herself. She's
hilarious. She's hilarious, and she seems to get it. Like I don't think my mom would get it. Like your mom gets it.
We know that your mom doesn't get it. Clearly, with the terrible slander that she laid upon my
She thought you were
great name.
Cam's mom. She thought Trudy was Cam's mom. I heard about this.
Close enough.
It's a little
But
embarrassing.
Trudy is my mom, for those that don't know, but she has been a part of many of my projects over the years. Right. And we're talking, this is not new for her. She's been in on it for years. I mean, I once boxed my mother live on the internet back in 2008 or 9.
There's videos.
And I knocked her out in the 3rd round.
Good for you.
But she's a trooper, and she's down for whatever.
She's game.
Yeah.
She's game. Anyway, she was fantastic. Trudy, if you're watching live, just know you were fantastic in the Stu Sessions. And if any FOTMs listening right now have not yet watched the
They
Stu
should
Sessions,
watch it and tweet it.
very bingeable. Like they're not long.
Totally.
And they're crisp and they're tight and all the good things you want a video to be. And go bang off the 6 episodes and let us know what you think.
Bang off this. Stu, I know I've asked you this before, but where did you and Adam Whitener meet each other, like for the first time? Because just for the listeners, if anyone cares, I used to work with Adam, who was in the Stu Sessions. He's the actual owner of the studio. Like, how did you guys meet for the first time?
It's a small world type stuff. Basically, Jeff Hanley, the guy who directed and edited the Stu Sessions show.
Yeah.
He was the assistant director on my earlier films. So
Okay.
Scarecrows, and the fact that I can even say my earlier films is like ridiculous.
Sure.
You should be very proud of your career.
My earlier film
If
work.
you check out your IMDb,
Yeah,
it's all there.
He was the first assistant director for Scarecrows, and when we were driving, I would drive with him every day to set, and he was telling me there's this new studio, Astro Labs, they're going to be building, and he wanted me to meet the owner, and I came down there, and that's how I met Adam. And Astro Lab Studios, for those that don't know, is an independent production space that has sound stages, and it's a really phenomenal place,
Right.
For content creators and big shoots too.
And can I ask some more Stu Session questions? Like, is this 2019? The stuff we're seeing is 2019?
That particular stuff, we were shooting all that, aiming to do this big comeback, and then the pandemic happened and kind of shut everything off.
So it got shelved, I guess, for a little bit.
Got shelved, and then it was like, well, we've got all these things. Let's put them out.
So was there an original plan that had to be abandoned? And then it was
Yes.
like, okay, I thought so.
Yeah.
Because why else would you hold on to it for 2 years, right?
Well, we
Okay.
were going to shoot music videos and
Right.
record all these
Well, here,
songs.
at the end, there's like a text on the, I don't know, no spoilers, but at the end, there's a text on the screen that suggests you went to LA and made a new album.
Well,
Can you speak to that?
That is true. So there is.
But when did you do it? Like, because we did 76 weeks of Pandemic Friday.
So this would have been right before Pandemic Friday. This would have been in December and January
of 2019.
of 2019 into 20.
When you were at Palma's Kitchen for TMLX.
Correct. And then when I went back to LA, I was there
Right.
for a month in between Dark Side of the Ring last year.
Wow.
And, I don't sit idle. I don't like to sit around and do nothing. So we got to.
No, because a rolling stone gathers no moss.
Yeah.
Right. So I had to figure out stuff to do, be creative.
Wow.
So yeah, there's about 7 or 8 songs. There's actually a hip hop sort of record label that's going to be putting out the music.
Tommy Boy.
And nobody's going to hear it, and it's going to be fine.
But
And-
you are going to put this out because I know FOTM
Cambria will
hear it.
listen to it. Yeah.
So on
Totally.
that note, because Cam, I also care about you, but Stu's
No,
fucking
this is
amazing.
good.
It's hard to like.
No, I
Sorry,
want the
Cam.
deep dive. That's
I just
okay.
want to say thanks to all the FOTMs who watch us live for Toast because we got lots of jams, and in a minute I'm going to play
Any
some songs.
feedback from the people who?
Well, here,
listened
let me
to
just
previous
shout out the
episodes?
people. $5 Shake is here. Cambrio, Clearly Entranced, Dan J, Greg, Habeas Kirkus, Canada Kev, Lady Shat. Lady Shat. Lieve
Shat.
Fumka. Juan is with her, of course. Monica, who's upstairs
Hey,
watching
Monica.
live. So,
Hi.
and I think Monica's going to make a cameo appearance on tomorrow morning's episode.
I heard about that with the Ryobi guys.
Ryobi.
That's gonna be big.
Them too.
It's Ryobi.
Them as well.
You guys are burning with
Obi-Wan
toast.
Ryobi.
Hold on, more people to say. Rush Mike is here, and that remind me to talk about TMLX night in a minute. Oat Bran is here. Andrew Ward.
But I'm
I
saying, like,
mentioned.
last time we were here,
Scuba
people
Stevie?
sent you stuff and was like, "Oh, Cam's a jerk" or whatever. Like, there's
No,
none.
that was-
people,
that
people
was-
don't say that.
That was
People
after
don't
the.
say
That was because there was a big gap. That's been
Okay,
resolved.
good.
Okay. Steve Leggett, who was born in Dublin, so happy St. Patrick's Day to
that's fun.
Steve Leggett.
That's a fun fact.
This too shall pass. YYZ Gord. Lots of great people here live.
It's
Love having you here.
12:36 here.
12:36. I don't think he's here
Not-
yet.
not
But
today.
I know that Ian's going to
Well,
come
it's
later.
Purim.
Ian's going to come later. And
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Happy Purim.
Okay, what is that
Is it
exactly?
happy?
Can you explain it to me?
It's like Jewish Halloween.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's happy.
You know, we get 2 Christmases. We also get 2 Halloweens.
because I saw in the chat the top secret FOTM DM group there was talk of this, and I wasn't certain what we were celebrating today. But what do you mean it's like Jewish Halloween?
Exactly. Well, what do you know? If I say something, like
But
it's
that's
like
based
Jewish
on All
Halloween.
Saints Day, like that's sort of
So
like
it's like
this-
people dress up in costumes and they go around and they get gold coins, chocolate
there's
coins,
merriment?
and,
Oh, nice.
triangle-shaped cookies with filling called chamintashen.
So are you missing like family events?
No,
to be here?
because it's you have to be really
Orthodox.
not well Orthodox for sure. Celebrate it, but the modern sort of Jewish Jew doesn't necessarily
hear
observe all the holidays like they used to.
Is Hamantashen that's like a jam or something?
It's like a triangle-shaped pastry that has sometimes jam in the middle, like a
Okay,
filling,
sure.
and it's
Like a sandwich cookie type. gimmick.
no sandwich. It's like a triangle with like a
Okay.
like a Danish sort of looking.
a little shtickle of snide.
Yes, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Toronto Mike on the cover.
I want to say that
God.
there was a tweet from Cam Gordon.
Look
about,
at that. That's pretty amazing.
I
How
know.
you should get
Hey,
that
there is
plaqued
more.
at like a Costco. They
I think
plaque
I
those
will.
things.
Did you see this more? There's 4 color photos. So I'm holding up the together section.
It looks like my
from,
mom on the
February
back cover.
27th.
Doesn't it
Is
look
that your
like
mom?
Doesn't it look
Oh,
like
that's
Trudy?
Trudy.
Like a quick
So
glance.
I only
Trudy
bring this
can't
up because I saw this tweet from Cam that your parents brought the cover of the Together section of Toronto Star
no.
to show you. That's
well,
exciting.
well, it's like they see stuff in the Toronto Star and they're like, tell me about. It's like, did you know Mike was in the Toronto Star? It's like, oh my God, he's only like tweeted about it like 30 times already.
I
Like,
tweeted
yes.
once. I just retweeted everyone else tweeting
Okay,
about
tomato,
it. So
tomato.
It seemed like
but
a lot.
yes, but they brought it over, and yeah, we did a great photo. They were very excited.
They can't stop me from rapping.
Oh wow!
Can they hop?
Did you watch the documentary of?
Yes, I did. I did.
It's so good.
Well, the first 2
first two,
episodes are
yeah,
great.
yeah,
the third
yeah.
is really sad, actually. I
The
found it
first
sad.
2 are like, holy smokes.
The first 2 were
It's
amazing.
like the Beatles doc quality for hip hop. Like seeing
It was great. All that
historic
footage,
things
yeah.
taking place that you can't even believe you get to see.
So that's how I went down this rabbit hole. So
He's like locked out of Instagram right now. Right here.
So it's the 3rd episode. Super sad. The man's clearly suffering from, I don't know,
Once
bipolar
his mom
disorder.
passed away, I think that's where he kind of
Right.
went off the handle.
Right. So for those who don't know, maybe Stu's the man to ask. What are we listening to right now?
This is Through the Wire, originally a Shaka Khan jam, and you got Kanye West. This is the song that put him on the map.
This is the first single he releases, right?
Put him on the map, and he got into a car accident in which he needed to have his jaw wired shut, and he had the epiphany, much like I had one the other day, except his did very well for him, to rap a song Through the Wire.
Right.
Literally sampled Through the Wire. And listen to this. It's great.
Well, listen for a minute, then I'll bring it down and play something else.
Story on MTV, and I ain't trying to make a band. I swear, this right here, history in the making, man. I really apologize to everyone right now.
So why am I playing this, right? Why the hell is Mike playing this? I'll explain in a moment here.
This sounds like yacht rock to me.
Breezy.
Good years, this Stu.
Hey.
Is this Christopher Ward?
This is Shaka Khan. This is actually the real Through the Wire.
Well, it's actually Through the Fire.
Or Through the Fire, yeah.
Through the Fire.
Yeah.
But I'm going somewhere here, and then we're going to introduce
I love
the
Shaka
topic.
Khan. You know, one of the first sort of like rap-ish kind of, you know, the big rub to get hip-hop to get, you know, mainstream. You know, Shaka Khan had that Shaka Khan.
Yes,
and had
yes.
break dancers and
Yes.
DJs and all this imagery that no one had ever really seen on a mainstream level. Yeah, pump this up right here. It's beautiful.
Thank you, Great Lakes Brewery. So Stu, good
What a
years.
jam.
Good
What a
years that
jam.
you hear the yacht rock in that, because the reason I'm playing this is because I watched that documentary about Kanye.
I want to look up the personnel on that song.
Well, hold
while you
on.
do
No,
that.
well,
Or
this
do you
is
already
part
have
of the
that?
fun. Well, part of the fun fact is
Okay.
this, and then you can look it up. But basically, the writing credits for "Through the Wire," the very first hit by Kanye West, the first single by Kanye West, "Through the Wire's" writing credits are a mirror of the writing credits for Chaka Khan's "Through the Fire."
Yeah.
A writing
thank
credit
you.
belongs to. You ready for this name I'm going to drop on you?
Should I guess? Should
Yeah,
we try to
guess. Who? Which means this person whose name we're about to reveal is one of the writers of "Through the Wire," Kanye's first hit. Think yacht rock.
Yeah, no, I'm guessing that there could be some like Toto dudes on this track, but I want to say like I'm trying to figure out who her producer might have been, and I'm trying to figure it's like Quincy Jones
Keep going.
messing with her, but
Okay. How about
You got a guess?
Christopher Cross?
Good guess. Now I'm going to give you a clue. Ready?
Kenny
Yeah.
Loggins.
I'm going to give you a clue.
Michael McDonald.
Tears are not enough.
Oh, David Foster.
Correct.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah,
So
for sure,
David-
Foster.
Yeah.
David Foster
You can tell now.
co-wrote.
You listen to it
Yeah.
Yeah.
David Foster co-wrote Kanye's first hit.
with
Wow.
who was the other writer?
You look that up while I
Wonderful.
introduce the theme for this week.
Hey, Mike, can I ask you? I'm gonna put you on the spot for something. Correct me if I'm wrong. So you okay?
And this is your chance also to segue from
This
whatever
might
you're
have
going
been
to
one
say.
of David Foster's first hits too.
no,
Early 80s.
This is
he had
like
hits before
86
that.
or something.
It's, no, I think it's more
Okay.
like 83, 82.
Well, okay.
but I want you to segue from whatever you're going to talk about now to the G.D. Becker episode you
Oh,
want
it's
to talk
not his
about.
first hit at
Okay.
all. This is from 1984. This sounds like a 70s song.
So, Mike, you interviewed Chuck D in 2019.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You were going to interview Nas
Yes,
the
in
next
2020,
year.
yes.
I was going to say, is
At
this
Beer
happening?
Fest.
Because I see Nas is coming back this summer to play
Okay.
that same event. And are you going, and should we put it in our calendar? Because I totally want to see that.
Okay. Thank you for the reminder.
Yes.
I'm going to reach out to the guy who was hooking me up. There's a guy in charge of the media relations at Beer Fest who is in love with Toronto Mike, and I was going to have that hookup, and then the pandemic hit. So the pandemic fucked with Stu's plans, and it fucked with my plans too. But yes, I'm going to revisit that and I'll get back to you on that.
You'll get a tight 15 minutes with Nas backstage.
And we're just going to talk about like not Pickering, but like we're going to talk about Sudbury.
Totally.
And
yeah.
what are you going to say there, Stu?
Cam, want to read the name of some of the personnel here on the Shaka Khan album?
Oh, bullshit.
Toto people?
It's Steve Lukather.
Steve
for sure.
Lukather.
No surprise
There
there.
he is.
No joke.
Wow.
And also Steve Picaro.
Who's Hawk, like of the Road Warriors?
Yes.
Okay.
So I knew we liked this for
Wow.
a reason.
Oh, Michael Cimbella, like Maniac.
Yeah. Backing vocals on track
Holy
4.
shit. Is that this? This is the whole album.
And remember, the credits for Through the Fire are duplicated for Through the Wire. There is no Kanye West writing credit on Through the Wire.
There should be
I know.
because he wrote the lyrics.
So I don't have an answer for, except they just took whoever wrote Through the Fire got the writing credit for
What
Through the
year
Wire.
is that track? Like 2003? Through the Wire. 2002, 2003.
When was Jesus Walks a big hit? Yeah, around that.
Yeah, like
Oh,
wow, almost
maybe?
like 20 years ago. Like
Yeah.
Kanye's
Wow,
like
he
as a
doesn't
solo
get
artist.
a songwriter
Right.
credit on that.
Yeah,
I
I'm
guess he
telling
had
you.
to give up all the publishing.
I did all my
in order
homework.
to use the.
Okay.
See, I thought
To
you might
use the
find this
sample.
mind blow fun.
September
that the first
2003.
Kanye hit is co-written by David Foster.
And I'm sorry, why are you bringing this up?
Just for fun.
Just for fun.
It's a fun fact.
'Cause it's
Okay,
fun.
but now I'm going to introduce today's topic, and I'm going to
Oh,
introduce
and
today's.
how about this? Sorry
Yeah,
to
go ahead.
interrupt you,
Let's go ahead.
but about that documentary, Cootie.
Yeah.
He directed the video for that.
No,
for-
yeah, but he talks about that in the
Yeah,
documentary.
no, I'm saying
okay,
I'm
okay.
Who's
looking at it.
Cootie?
You got to watch the movie.
He's his buddy
Okay.
from Chicago.
I'll check it
who
out.
comes out to New York
Check it
to drops everything, goes to New York just to capture video of this phenom, this young phenom producer named Kanye West.
Absolutely.
Kanye to the.
Right, check it out. Check it out. So I'm going to introduce today's theme by playing a few songs. So don't even react. I'm just going to play a bit of each song. You ready?
Oh yeah, I love this. Underrated gem.
Okay.
Listen to that.
Want some personnel on this?
This kind of sounds like the Spoons a bit. I know it's Pointer Sisters, but
This is a gem. The Pointer Sisters were on top of the world. They had a nice main event run. Maybe 4 or 5 years, like big deal.
it's a feel-good jam.
They like actually got bigger when the main girl left.
Right.
That's rare. When does that happen? I guess Van Halen maybe kept going when David
But
Lee
they
Roth
didn't get
left.
bigger. They were already big. But
Yeah.
you're right. It doesn't happen very often. You know where it happened?
AC/DC.
AC/DC it happened. Absolutely. And it kind of happened with, let's feel Genesis. Like Genesis had bigger hits with Phil Collins
Like
than
when
they did
Peter
with Peter
Gabriel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Bigger
fair.
hits.
I
Yeah.
guess Chicago, but Peter
Cetera.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my love.
Okay, so Jump for My
So
Love.
you with me here, guys? Okay, so that is Pointer Sisters, okay?
Oh yeah. Nothing exciting on the Jump for My Love personnel, by the way. I could have been a parentheses gem. Jump for My Love. Iconic. Q107 in the morning. Stu Stone here along with. Get up, folks. And nothing lets me down.
You got it tough. I've seen the toughest around. And I know, baby, just how you feel. You got to roll with the punches and get to what's real.
This was the first piece of music I ever owned that was like adult music. There you go. Is this off YouTube? It sounds very tinny.
Yes.
Okay.
Look up this one. Is Inside Out?
So, gentlemen, what do those three songs have in common?
They're all awesome songs.
Okay, so we've got Jump for Your Love by the Pointer Sisters.
Well, it's actually called Jump.
It's called Jump.
Jump. We've got
Is there
Jump.
parentheses?
There is
though?
parentheses.
Jump
Oh.
by Van Halen and Jump by Crisscross.
Right. What do they have in common?
Jesus.
I don't know. Stu, what do you think?
Before I tell you what they have in common, do you want to talk about songwriting credits on this
Yeah.
song? There's like
Crisscross?
200 writers on this song.
And they all have Wikipedia pages, all these people. Like, there's some big names here.
That's
Maybe.
crazy.
Wow.
And which
Of
of,
course,
the,
you know
which
this
of these
song
two young men
samples,
passed away? One of these two guys
It
died.
samples I Want You Back from
Daddy
Jackson
Mac.
5.
Yeah,
Funky
that's right.
Worm by Ohio Players. Impeach the President by the Honey Drippers.
Mm.
How I Could Just Kill a Man by Cypress Hill. Where is
Wow.
that?
I'm surprised this came out after How I Could Just Kill a Man.
Produced by Jermaine Dupri.
Of course.
We've had this, we've
Yeah,
played this song
we've
before.
talked about this. Like
Well, that was-
Tots and Teens.
We
Yeah.
reset everything for Toast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Okay,
I'm saying
I know.
Anyway,
So-
Mike,
They all
what
have
is
the
it?
same. They all have the same name. All
Okay,
the
so-
songs.
Oh shit, they do.
They all have the same
Whoa.
name. Wow, Cam's mind is blowing there. Okay,
Wow.
so today we're each going to kick out 3 songs that we love that share the same name.
Sorry, we love these songs.
Well, you have to like these. Yeah, you have to dig these songs. You have to love these
Okay,
songs.
I didn't realize that was.
Okay, otherwise,
Anyway,
what's the point of
anyway,
all this?
whatever.
What do you mean? You do not love your 3
Luckily,
jams?
it works out.
Text me the real 3 you want.
Okay.
So we're each going to kick out 3 jams that we love that share the same name. See, I just repeated it again in case
There you
people didn't
go.
catch it the first
Yeah.
time. Thank you to Great Lakes Brewery. I'm enjoying my burst. Thank you to Palma Pasta, who is catering my daughter's 6th birthday party on Saturday.
Fabulous.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Morgan.
birthday,
Wait, what
Morgan.
happened there? There's Palma
Palma.
Pasta's catering your. Is Wilner invited?
No, but you are. You want to come?
I might.
And then Sunday, if you want to make it a double hitter, my son, my 7-year-old, who's almost 8, is in the gold medal game at Mimico Arena.
Whoa.
Oh, really?
So this is the end of the hockey
Yeah,
season
the
then.
final Sunday is the final game.
congratulations.
So
Big
Okay.
weekend, Miker.
Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home. Much love to StickerU.com. That's where we're going to get our Stew Session stickers and decals. And
Is
of
that
course,
happening? Is that a thing?
that's a thing. And then I'm going to play a few jams before we get a review from Stu on the Canna Cabana swag he took home last week.
Oh, that's
and
right.
Cam, I've got something for you.
Oh yeah,
and then
I've
I'm gonna
got some
tell you,
stuff for you guys.
Okay,
Last
we'll
month,
save it.
by the
We're
way.
going to meander through some
I
jams.
like the gift giving portion.
I know it's nice.
Is that going to
It's-
be a recurring thing?
Yeah, pretty
yeah, we
much.
got some things we're working on. So Ryobi, which by the way, tomorrow's episode features a lovely young woman named Becky from Ryobi,
Head of
and
marketing.
we're kicking out the director of marketing. We're kicking out the Power Tool Jams tomorrow morning.
Wow.
So I will tell you a little more about Ryobi and their
So
OnePlus
it's like MC
system.
Hammer,
That's very good, actually.
Frankie Screws,
You're gonna dig it. At Tool.
Chainsaw Charlie.
Saw,
Cam, any
anything
words
saw.
before your first jam?
I'll spoiler alert. This song has the same name as my next 2 jams. But actually, this could be one Stu's could be like, oh, I haven't thought of this in 25 years.
They can come through.
Backstreet Boys drums.
Yeah. Sad but true.
Move a step closer. You know that I want
Wow.
you. I can tell by your eyes that you want me.
I haven't thought about this song
Just a question
I knew it.
time.
20
I knew
some
it.
odd years.
You we be together and that you be mine. I want you here forever. Do you hear what I'm saying? Gotta say how I feel.
Wow.
I can't believe you.
Cam, you always
that I
blow
know
my
that
mind,
you're
man.
real.
Yeah. This is a good song. This does feel like
I wanna
an
get to the
inspirational
chorus.
jam.
Can't deny my feelings because they are true, yeah.
Dreams can come true.
Look at me, babe, I'm with you. You know you
There's a
got
bunch
to
of kind of
have
songs that sound like this from that era.
Exactly.
You know, like gotta be strong, you gotta be tough, you gotta be.
Oh God, who's saying that? I want to say like Tyrese or something.
No, it was a female.
Yeah.
Gotta be listening to
Who's
the
who's
West.
Tyrese?
Tyrese is an actor, singer. He was in the Transformers movies.
Yeah, if anyone
Handsome
knows
guy,
gotta
right?
be, gotta be.
Dreams can come
Shout out to
true.
Johnny O, who just joined us on the Pirate live stream. Thank you, Ian Service, for putting this together. He's there as well now,
Okay.
and that's at live.torontomike.com.
Inspirational pop.
Yeah, this could be a mini
ahead,
quiz. Mini quiz for Stu Stone.
Yes.
Who's the artist?
I can't think for the life of me. Like I can't place it.
Gabrielle.
Oh, that's Gabrielle.
Gabrielle.
Did
Who?
she have other songs?
She did it in her native UK. I had no idea she's British. So this was,
Dreams can come true. This is like. This makes me feel good, like like my Twitter update yesterday.
Yeah.
Like, this is like there's no such thing as a bad day.
you mean your tweet?
Yeah, that too.
It was all over
I'm
social
gonna
media,
have
Cam.
to download this song on my.
There you go. So this was the #1 hit in the UK. I was surprised this song only.
Wait, you said Desiree? Is that the name of the other
Desiree.
artist?
Desiree, yeah.
Very good.
Well, I got to
You
give
gotta
credit
be
to
strong. You gotta be wiser.
Habeas Kirkus.
Yeah. So Gabrielle was only a one-hit wonder in the US. She did have 10 top 10 hits in her native UK. Including a #1 hit called Rise that had an unauthorized sample of Knockin' on Heaven's Door.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Do we know that? Rise, the song? Gabriel?
I would remember a
rise,
Knocking on Heaven's Door sample, though.
Yeah.
I'd remember that.
Rise
up, rise up.
Oh,
There you
that's a
go.
good
Shout
one.
out to
Is that the Parachute Club?
Lauren
Yes, that's Parachute
Segato.
Club. Yes, who lives on the island and is
Okay.
related through marriage to Gene Velitas, our FOTM.
Okay. So Gabrielle is from the Hackney region of London. This is going to be the Esri Geography Corner.
Okay,
Here's some
who's
other
that?
famous folks from this part of London, home of Gabrielle. So we got Colin Firth.
That's a big deal.
That's a big. So we got Idris Elba.
That's a big
Stringer
that's
Bell.
Stringer fucking Bell. He was in The Wire.
Yeah. Here's
I read the liner notes.
Here's a very different musician from Gabrielle, Sid Vicious.
Oh,
Not the wrestler.
Oh.
Not the wrestler.
Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home.
And then a couple of other names. We've got the Cray Brothers.
I don't know the Cray Brothers. Do you know? What are they?
Notorious British gangsters.
I don't know the Cray Brothers.
Yeah.
I know the Gallagher
And
brothers.
last but not least, Tony Blair.
Okay, there you go.
Tony
Absolutely.
Blair. Now, does this song remind you of another top 10 hit from around that time? I gave Mike, it's going to be a mind blow. The original version of this song actually had another song sampled that was actually, I don't know if she got sued or just a cease and desist, but then when you think of the song that got cease and desist
Can
in
I
this
try
song.
to think of what it is?
Yeah.
Think of Nice and Smooth. You want me to play this?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
Tracy
literally.
Chapman?
Yeah.
I guess. But nah.
Well, hang in
No,
there. Hang in there.
Hang in there.
Slow
Maybe
your
the
slow
melody,
your roll,
maybe
Stone.
the melody of the top line.
Slow your roll. It does fit in nicely, but let it
Sometimes
simmer
it
a bit
rates
here.
in.
Is there like is this a mash?
Nope. This is the original cut.
Oh, this is the original cut.
Yeah,
of
this is the
Dreams?
original
song,
cut
yeah.
of Dreams,
Well,
right?
clearly you
but
would
not
be-
the single.
Yeah. This was like a 12-inch single that came out and then it got deleted because they got a cease and desist from Tracy Chapman's record
Why,
label.
Tracy Chapman didn't want to take the payday?
Not into it. Not into it.
Surprise.
Wow, they brought out all the.
You justify my love,
Yeah, very very much of that
My
era
love,
for
which is a-
sure.
my love. Shout out to Dana.
They're like Duran Duran, Come Undone, like Keep on Moving, Soul to Soul. They all had that.
Well, your
that same
favorite
drum
band,
beat.
Enigma.
Enigma, yes, exactly. Anyway, We Can Kill It. Tracy
You got
Chapman
to
had no
have
interest in being
Tarzan
sampled.
Dan used to
by
spin this
Gabrielle.
song.
Yeah, this was a big hit. Like this was all over radio. Probably like the Hog radio, like Hog 640. Yeah, that era. Great song. Thank you.
Okay, you're off to a great start. The only and Monica pointed this out. She goes, after you play your first song, people know what the next songs
That's
are going to
okay.
be.
No, they
That's
don't.
okay.
I
You don't
can't
know
think
what we're
of
going
what
to
he's
play.
going to play. I could guess.
Who knows? Who knows?
I don't want to ruin it.
Who
So
knows?
I'm up next, right? Because Stu closes us, right? Okay, I'm up next. You guys ready? Let's
always.
just get into it here.
Oh wow!
There you go.
Love these guys.
Low CanCon.
I might play some more of them tomorrow, actually.
One of the best live acts that you can see.
Shout out to John Kastner. Shout out to Joe Carew on the live stream.
Make me feel so bright, make me feel brilliant, there's so
Party now.
Sounds like a Canadian It's like this song will be on Degrassi or something.
So can I tell you though? No, can I tell you? If I could only keep one genre, one whatever, one scene or whatever, I take the '90s alt rock out of Canada. I take
Sure,
that
I
every
love
day of the
all of
week.
it.
Yeah.
Fucking love the Doughboys.
It's probably like the only time in. Oh, I guess that's not true. I was gonna say it's the only time where like Canadians really like got around Canadian music, but obviously
I should
Drake
introduce you
and
to
Drake and all these
Celine
other-
Dion
yeah.
and
But I'm
Shania
saying there was a
Twain.
whole
Just Justin
scene.
Bieber.
I'm talking about there was a whole scene there of all these acts that, especially in the alt
Anne
rock
Marie.
world, where
Guess who? Okay,
go to
so,
these shows.
No, dude, I'm all in on
Best
this.
shows.
Do you know? Okay, so
Informative.
here's how it all comes together. Some quick fun facts. People might know, might not, but whatever. no joke. I like when I'm going to bed. Like Monica, I get the bathroom first. And then Monica gets it after me. This is the ritual. Okay, then I get into the bedroom.
Poor Monica.
first.
She's gotta follow you.
Just brushing my teeth, going pee, whatever. I'm now in the bedroom.
Ooh.
I always listen to fucking Fluke. Like as a ritual.
Rusty.
I listen to Rusty
Before bed.
before bed. Like I listen
Like
to
a little misogyny.
I like misogyny. I like the cadence of misogyny.
Little misogyny before bed.
Totally love it. Okay, so I listen to Fluke from Rusty all the time before bed. Okay.
Hello.
Rusty comes out of the fucking Doughboys. I know we've talked about this. I've had the Doughboys in the basement, but guitarist Scott McAuliffe, he's the Doughboys guy who leaves. He leaves the Doughboys and he forms Rusty. That's his band, Rusty, Scott McAuliffe. And of course, Rusty's been in this fucking basement, which still forget Chuck D.
What about Neighborhood Villain? That's a good song.
Yeah,
that whole album is killer.
I'm kicking out a Doughboys song tomorrow. Okay, just so you know, with
on the Power Tools
on
episode?
the Power Tools episode, you can guess in your mind what I'm going to kick out. Okay, so a couple more fun facts. John Kastner, of course, formed this band, the Doughboys. Do you guys know who John Kastner is married to?
Don Draper's second wife. I always forget what her name is. Who I saw. I've said this many times. I saw it at Teenage
Hot
Head
Tub Time Machine.
No, I saw it at Teenage Head tribute concert where John Kastner was one of the guest
Jessica
vocalists.
Paré is her name.
Jessica Paré. Yeah,
right.
I stood right beside her.
Okay, so did you know that this album, this is from Crush, which is their big album,
Crush.
Did you know it was produced by not only Daniel Ray, but Dave the Rave Ogilvy is one of the producers of Crush. Did you know that?
You listen to Ben Ogilvy?
Was he in Skinny Puppy or something?
Yes, he's a skinny puppy guy. Shout out to Chris Shepard.
There you go.
Now, Crush, which came out in '93. What a time for music that was. That was a lyric, of a Neil Young lyric.
Yeah, R.I.P. to Ziggy from Kind Crush.
Thank you. Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home. So that song we listened to is called Shine. That was their lead single.
Okay.
And that's their biggest fucking hit to date.
It's like a Shine.
It won a Casby Award for Best Single in '94. Do you guys know what Casby stands for?
Canadian Artists Selected by You.
Do you know what they were originally called?
The Unos.
Do you know who started them?
David Marsden.
You're very good at this.
How do you know all that?
That's very good. He listens to Toronto Mike.
Deep dive.
We talk about it all the time.
Come on.
So,
I'll give you some
give it up.
Listen,
Give me
this
some
is
flowers.
episode
The pandemic is over. We're not wearing masks. We're high-fiving.
Fuck masks. So this is episode 1016, right?
It better be.
Episode 1021 is
impressive.
102.1.
Without hesitation.
Well, honestly, though, I know all that shit too, because Cam and I were cut from the same
I
cloth.
expect you to know it. I don't expect him to know it.
Episode 1021 is already in the can. This almost never happened.
It's a pre-record.
I can't wait.
I pre-recorded because I needed to have that
So
number.
CFNY
Although
celebration?
Wiseblood says, just drop it now. Who cares?
No.
Fuck that. We wait till 1021. But in this episode, I have people like David Marsden, Ivor Hamilton, Scott Turner, May Potts, Liz Janik.
Liz?
Yeah, another Liz.
Danny Elwell.
Humble Howard Glassman, Freddie Patterson. We have even Jay
Captain
Brody's,
Phil.
Captain Phil Evans, Robbie J. Like, this is essentially the...
Vishna.
But the ongoing history... Oh, Bob Willett. The ongoing
Bingo Bob.
history of... did I mention Scott Turner? The ongoing history of
What about
CFNY.
Alan Cross? Did you say his
Alan
name?
Cross is in this
Oh my
fucking
God.
episode.
Yeah.
It's amazing. We talk about...
Is brother in there?
No, because he had to work. He was scheduled
How
to be
you gonna
there.
do an episode without him?
He had
It's
to work.
pre-recorded. Can't you get him in?
Big miss, Miker.
I tried.
Can't
okay?
shoehorn him
Miker.
in like as a
Can we lose the
post-credit
Miker
scene?
thing? Episode 1021. I just listened to it. There's a couple of fucking bombs, truth bombs in this.
Ooh.
One of them is this. Ready for this? Alan Cross tells a story how when he was program director at CFNY 102.1 The Edge, Dean Blundell would go in his office, he says, all the time and beg him to fire Dave Bookman. Because he said,
Wow.
Dave Bookman, Bookie sucked. So
Blundell said,
this story is from Alan Cross
Bookie
about
sucked.
Blundell going into Alan Cross's office and telling him, fire Bookie, he sucks.
hasn't aged well.
Freddie P almost lost his fucking mind when he's on the call. He's like, who does that? Like, who does that anyway? And doing that for Bookie, I've said enough. There's so many truth bombs
That's
like that in this
Mike, could I
episode.
just say one comment about John Kastner?
Yeah.
What if Mike would have said no there? Would you still have said it?
No, this is actually interesting. So I feel
All
like
systems go.
I feel like we need a segment
saw them
of the
at,
show.
Molson Park.
Not that. So John Kastner was on the Turned Out a Punk podcast with Damian Abrams.
Fuck up.
And it was just interesting because you just said, I would pick the 90s CanCon if I could pick any genre. John Kastner said he had no affinity for all of those bands. Because if you think of the trajectory of the Doughboys, even though they did play shows with like Head and
Because they
Change
go
Your
back
Heart,
to 87.
yeah, they
Doughboys.
sort of predated it, and they were touring so much
Right.
in the States. And
Right. Like Pursuit of Happiness.
yeah, like Castor saying, "Oh, we played at the Gilman Street Theater. We're playing in
So
in
no
the UK."
appreciation for that scene?
He just said they never felt part of it. Like
See-
they said they wouldn't be felt at home on a big shiny tunes.
I can tell you
for
I'm
example.
working on getting him on Toronto Mike because he listened to the John Bora episode of Toronto Mike.
Oh, wow.
And he loved it.
Okay.
And so we are now Instagram friends and there's a little back and forth. I'm working on getting John
Is he in
Kastner
LA?
on Toronto
'Cause
Mike.
I
I don't
feel like-
actually know where he is
Yeah.
actually.
Okay.
But I'm working on that. Stu, any words before we kick out your first jam?
Any words before I kick out my first jam? I would say that this, the title that you're going to discover quite simply,
Monica's going to love this song. I'll just
She's
say that
gonna
right now.
love-
She's going to love this.
Maybe
ready, babe.
some people would use the title of the song to describe Mike. Maybe MF.
Not nice.
Specifically.
Not nice.
Can and has.
I hung out at MF's house since we last recorded.
Just recently.
You know, the interesting thing about this category is that you have the three songs that we all came to the table with the same name, but it's like, how do you rank them?
Right.
You know, because
Right.
people can guess what my next songs are going to be, but what's going to be second, what's going to be first, and likewise with Cam's
And besides,
yours.
no one comes here for the fucking music, okay? They come for the stew.
The banter.
They come for the cam.
Yeah.
Sometimes they come for the mic.
You know Dallas Austin?
No, I know Dallas Good just passed away.
Dallas Austin, a music producer.
No.
I mean,
I
this
know
guy's
Dallas
credits,
Green.
I'd love
Steve
to pull up
Austin.
Dallas Austin's credits.
316 was yesterday.
Yeah. That's right, Steve Austin.
It would literally blow your mind. Cam, I want you to look. I'm going to open up this page. This is a list
Whoa,
of songs
whoa,
produced
whoa.
by Dallas Austin, and I'm like hurting my fingers scrolling.
But that can't be, that is it should be Austin Dallas.
Look at that.
I think I saw 20 fingers.
Do you see how many fucking songs this guy's done?
He produced this.
Yes.
Shout out to Left Eye Lisa Lopez.
Who did
JT
I've
Money.
got some
Okay, well, let you go first, and then we'll do the really
the
funeral.
song's called Creep, by the way. It's a song about infidelity in a relationship.
Shout out to Andre Rison.
Creeping around. And it's actually based off real. One of the TLC members had, what's her name? T-Boz.
Oh.
She was talking about how she used to creep around. And ironically enough, Lisa Left Eye Lopez did not like this song and the message.
Wow.
She did not agree with it. Wow. And she didn't want to put this out. In fact, she threatened in the music video to wear tape over her mouth during the performances and made a big stink.
Edgy.
They almost didn't even put it out, and guess what? It comes out in. It's recorded in '93. It comes out Halloween '94. Becomes a huge hit.
They were wearing like silk pajamas, I remember. in
That's
the video.
the video's got this sort of iconic
Very
video.
sexy.
The song ends up winning a Grammy Award for Best R&B Performance. The video, blah 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 blah. In the United States of America, the song goes to
Number one.
Easily number one.
Now, how about in Canada? Where does this song go? If it's number one in America,
Okay, then
what
you're setting
number
me
is
up.
it in Canada?
19.
12.
This is gonna blow your mind, guys.
46.
Did not chart.
41.
What the fuck?
How does
Americans
this
prefer the R&B genre.
number one song on the Billboard Hot 100 only gets to number 41 on the
But
Canada
this
Top
was
Singles
all
chart?
over radio and much music
Yeah,
and
and
stuff.
besides,
This was not obscure.
I'm not sure how
at
that
all.
chart is assembled. Get me Wise Blood on line 2.
What
we can explain it to him.
what publication is it? Like The Musician or
Is it
Canadian
chart?
Musician?
Is it chart?
Chart Attack.
Chart Attack.
But yeah,
Cam,
this
did you
is
ever write for
TLC.
Chart Attack?
I did.
I remember
like
this.
5 years.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
I actually mentioned that to Live Famke during our coffee date today.
Yeah.
Juan, don't
This
get
is the-
jealous, okay?
You know, we
dig
love
up some articles.
We
Or
love
Monica.
those songs, though. We love those songs that the band didn't even want to put out, and then they become the band's biggest hit.
I feel like Nirvana didn't like Smells Like Teen
And
Spirit, or am
interestingly
I
enough, you
misremembering
think
that?
of TLC, you think of Waterfalls being their big. You
That's a big
don't
one.
go chase.
That's a big one.
I always feel like when I hear that's made up though. That's sort of like, oh, I was just at the mall and I got discovered. I became a model. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's never as simple.
On that
as-
note, could you do your What episode of mine did you want to talk about again?
Wait, sorry. One last point I just want to drop here.
Let's do it next time.
I want you to remember.
No, it's too far away.
Say what you're going to say, but I just want to point out one last fun fact. I want you to highlight the fact the song was recorded in 1993 and it's called Creep.
Excellent. And
Creep
it was a big jam.
1993.
And you dig this jam. Okay.
Wait, could I just ask one clarification? So
Sure.
in this case, creep is a verb, right?
I guess so.
I
was
agree.
not-
Because you're
Just-
creeping.
Now,
Creeping up on you.
just
up on you. Creeping
in
up on you.
theory, if the other creep songs, creep is a noun. Like, is this disqualified? Does this still
No.
count? Hypothetically.
Dude, of
Hypothetically.
course it qualifies. It's about
Okay.
the same name. It doesn't have to be.
Just want to make sure.
What is wrong with
You
you?
look at like you and Chuck D. Like,
I know.
my God.
I'm just looking at ourselves
You're
here.
like Prince, like you only listen to.
That's right. Is that true? Okay, please, if we can have a moment, Cam, what did you want to say about the Jeannie Becker episode?
Well, I just want to commend you, Mike. Like, what a great listen. A big Jeannie Becker fan, and happy birthday, Jeannie Becker, turning 70 this year. How long was that in the making? Like you and Jeannie?
70 years.
So here's how it works. I produced a podcast for the Women's Women's Brain
Right,
Health Initiative
yeah. Of course
called
you do.
Mind Over Matter.
Of course.
Yeah.
With Naomi Parnas is the host of
I
this,
feel
right?
like I know
Okay.
her.
You might know her.
Did she go to Thornley?
She was from up there. She's about 40. I think we talked about this the other day. 41.
I think I do know her.
She used
She
to be
was on
with Glo-
CTV for a long
CTV.
time. CTV Toronto.
Ask
Yeah.
her. Maybe she knows.
She's a
me and
reporter
Cam. She
with
might know
CTV,
Cam
but
and I.
okay. So
She's in the
I'll ask
media,
her.
and they're in the communications.
She's good
world
friends
now.
of Dana. Dana's got some years on her. But
What's troubling Dana?
She's see, I love that Killjoys.
There
I
you
fucking
go.
love that shit. Okay, so I do this show called Mind Over Matter.
Right.
The intro and outro for this podcast series is actually read by Jeannie Becker. So I'm capturing this via Zoom. I'm producing it basically. So I got to know her. Then I also produce a show called The Feminine Warriors.
Of course you do.
For Helen Tansey and Diane Wiseman. I guess Helen Tansey is a photographer, very good photographer.
Okay.
She knew Jeannie Becker from
She
photography.
related to Claire Tansey.
I don't know. So that means I had, 3 or 4 Zooms with Jeannie Becker before she ever appeared on Toronto Mics. And I
Okay.
just charmed her, I just,
As you
As you
do.
do. Yeah.
and then she agreed to, and I didn't realize.
Mike practices those charming skills when he bikes over to the Zanzibar.
I only make requests, and I didn't go in the Zanzibar, although there's no problem if I did. But okay. So, Jeannie Becker, you enjoyed the episode. I thoroughly enjoyed it too, although I
Yeah.
have to say, she surprised me with the, I got to go, because I had a lot more stuff I wanted to cover.
Yeah.
And I had to kind of quickly.
Busy lady.
She's a busy lady.
What a resume, though. Like,
But at
really.
the end there was a frenetic ending because she says she has to go. And then I want to talk about 9/11. So now she's at 9/11. And then she talks about the end of fashion television in 2012. And she starts crying. And I didn't see it coming. Like suddenly she's weeping
Yeah.
about the end of
There's
fashion
a lot
television.
of range there.
There's a lot going on in that episode.
And weirdly, she talked about editing a magazine called Sir. Do you remember this part?
Yeah, To Sir With Love.
Yeah, I actually remember that magazine, and I remember having the other editor of Sir, this guy named David Livingston. Do you know that
I
name?
presume.
But he was a longtime Toronto fashion writer, and he came to a Canon event.
I don't know any fashion writers.
This
but
is like a digital camera, like a PR event I was running, and he actually said in the middle of his briefing,
yeah.
boring. And he's
At
no
least he
longer
didn't
with us, so I shouldn't speak ill.
At least he didn't ignore your emails like I did.
But at the time, I remember being horrified, and now I just think it's
Right.
like to
Boring.
quote Jeannie Becker, I thought it was fabulous. Good for you,
And
David.
Jeannie Becker talks about being a mime, right? And she talks about how that was cool in the 70s and she was a
Totally.
mime. And then I found a photo. Somebody sent me a photo of Jeannie Becker as a mime in the 70s.
The same mime
She's
teacher
a
as
fucking
this
mime.
David Bowie.
No, there was like that French guy that was a
Marcel Marceau.
Yeah.
She was coached by
Or Saul
in
the
Paris
Clown.
by the guy behind Marcel Marceau. This is
Yeah.
all
Anyway,
amazing.
shout out to
So
love
I
Jeannie
just want to
Becker.
say Jeannie Becker
Great
drops a bomb in that episode.
Wait, when I said that French guy, I don't think I was talking
Marcel
about Marcel
Marceau.
Marceau. Is he
Well,
the clown?
He's the famous mime.
No,
you're
I'm
thinking
not
of
talking
Soleil.
Saul the Clown.
Yeah.
Saul
Okay,
the
I thought you were talking about Marcel
No,
Marceau.
he's like a French clown with like.
Because I only
with
know
like a-
one mime.
Like
I
the
know.
hobo
Yeah, it's like a hobo-
Depression era
Right.
clown.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Emmett Kelly type.
Yeah, of course. That was a Quebec French thing, right? Okay. So, what am I saying here? There's
No.
a truth bomb.
What's a truth bomb?
So, Jeannie Becker just mentions off the, we're
She's
chatting.
single?
She says,
No, this is big.
I think she's single. Erica M, she says.
Uh-oh.
Erica M's mom
Oh.
was best friends
What?
with Marilyn Lightstone.
Oh, that's who has my videotape.
Marilyn Lightstone.
Yeah, remember I want to get a hold of her. Marilyn Lightstone.
Well, Ed Conroy might be able to help us. He does work for the Moses Znaimer.
I need to get in touch with.
Honestly, there's a connection because Ed can help us. He's got Marilyn.
This is for that film, like one of your early films. I don't know if you're like.
No.
This is
okay.
It's funny how the world's so fucking small. Okay, keep going, Stu.
I'm just gonna. I don't want to interrupt your
go
truth
ahead.
bomb, but like 30-second tidbit here. So there's a show called Wish Kid, which was a Macaulay Culkin cartoon in the
Richie Rich era.
In the prime Macaulay Culkin
post Home Alone,
right?
Yeah.
The Richie Rich.
So I was on that. I was a voiceover on that show, and Marilyn Lightstone played the mom on that show.
Whoa.
So that's how I know her.
Wow.
But, so one time she invited us over to her house post show, and my
gotta be a
mom
big
and I
house.
went there.
Right,
It was
Erica
beautiful.
and
It was
his mom was
I
there?
think it was Moses' house.
Yeah,
maybe.
because they live together.
Yeah. So I had this VHS
You listen to
video
this?
cassette. I've told this story before on
I
the
know,
show.
but now it has different
I had
content.
this video cassette of all of my little movies that I directed on my camcorder, which you would have starred in. Some
Sure.
of them. And
Young Cam is in this fucking camcorder.
She was so impressed. She was like, "Oh, I got to show this to Moses. Leave this with me. I'm going to show it to him." And I never got it back.
Oh my God.
And I doubt she has it. But boy, what if she did?
But let's find out. I can talk to Ed.
If she had it, it would be
I had
like
a
the
great
greatest.
combo of Ed the other day. I will talk
I would do
to Ed.
anything to get
Ed
that
liked the
back.
Jeannie Becker episode too.
It was great. It was
Ed
Stu,
Conroy.
I don't know if you remember like home ec, like you had to design a restaurant and you and
Yes.
I were in and we did like the
Wow.
JFK BLT.
Amongst other.
So is that on the tape? Is that gold on the tape?
There's
Yes.
video of like me with like a
So
shotgun.
let's just regroup. Okay, so hold on. So you know who Marilyn Lightstone is to
I do.
Moses
She's
Znaimer.
also the beautiful voiceover that whenever I watch Columbo and Murder She Wrote on what is it, Vision TV?
Sure.
She's the voiceover artist that.
so hold on.
Whoa.
Calmly speaks you through the program.
Wow. Okay, so
Coming up next,
Again,
Columbo,
to recap-
starring Peter
Okay.
Falk.
we learn from Jeannie Becker
Yes.
that Erica M's mom is best friends
With Marilyn.
Okay.
Yes.
We also
This
know
was net
from
new
from-
information.
Right. Well,
Is that how
although-
Erica got the
Or
gig?
was it?
Well, yes. Let's follow these. Let's connect these fucking dots, Stu. Still,
Yeah.
keep up with me, buddy. But what we know is that Erica comes from Montreal and ends up as a receptionist at City TV. Much this, is it 299 Queen? I guess at the time, or is it still 99 Queen East? Maybe. Okay, so she's a receptionist, and then she works hard and climbs her way up the ladder. But and I'm not. This is not nothing. I don't
That's
want
a crazy story. She went.
I don't
want to
discredit Erica. Yeah, it's a great story, right?
Yeah.
But
Of course
that
not.
story is a better story before you learn that her mom was best friends with Marilyn. Like, because now you have somebody, sleeping with Moses who
Seemingly.
is championing you because this Erica's mom is Marilyn's best friend. So all I'm saying is the story changes with that little nugget of real talk. And you guys in the schoolyard, did you hear the rumors growing up that Erica was Moses' daughter?
I've never heard that till you mentioned it.
So
like
that
a couple days ago.
Ed tells me that was a common, schoolyard legend, and that stems from the fact that
People in the
young
schoolyard we're
Eric-
talking about.
Yeah, Erica,
The Richard Gere
Remember?
thing.
and,
Schoolyard?
and
What
Wendell
school
Clark.
did you go to?
Do you remember the Wendell Clark? Right.
Sure.
So this comes from Erica would spend a lot of time at Moses' house because Erica's mom was best friends with Marilyn.
Right.
And
Roger,
all
Rick,
I'm
and
saying
Marilyn?
is FOTM Eric M, who's done great work and deserves a lot of credit. The story does get modified somewhat when you learn about this relationship between Erica's mom and Marilyn.
And you'll just leave it at that.
I'm going to leave
Here
it at
on
that.
this
I got
episode
nothing
of
more to say.
Toast.
Connect the dots yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get back Stu's videotape.
Didn't you have? First of all, if I got back that tape, it's like the holy grail for me.
I'm going to work on
White
it. I'm going to
whale,
talk to
so
Ed
to
tomorrow.
speak.
I'm going to phone Ed tomorrow.
But there's no way she even knows who I am or
But
remembers.
It'd be fun to try.
But what if she has like a box of tapes and it just happens to be there? It would be like a miracle. It would be a miracle.
So we're going to kick out Cam's
Wait,
Jam.
can I say,
You can
just
say
one-
words before
okay,
it,
this
but
is
then
just
I'm going to kick it out
one
Jam.
more question in similar
And then we're going to
spirit
hear about
for Stu Eisenstein.
Go ahead.
Has there ever been a
Charles Cameron Gordon. Yes, go ahead.
has there ever been a digital version of Overtime Sports Talk?
No.
Because I was looking for some. It's tax season. I was looking for some tax documents that was in a box that has a VHS cassette of whatever's like on Overtime Sports Talk. I'm curious if
You could get it digitized.
the Great Rybowski or the Canadian
Podcast.
Bulldog,
Oh.
any of these people have
They
ever
do.
digitized.
No.
Okay.
Since my last episode of Toast
I need
with
to
you
get that
guys,
done, I
I
think.
guested on Mike Wilner's Toronto Star podcast, which is called Deep Left Field.
Yes.
And we talked about Let's Talk Sports,
Oh yeah. He
Awesome.
was,
which
he
did
was
end
our
up on
lead-in.
Newton Cable.
Newton Cable,
He was
yeah.
And
our
that's where
lead-in
you
show.
guys were.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was
Your
our
lead-in
lead-in.
show. That's a fucking mind blow too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to and it's also a mind blow that Ed Conroy's wife was in the car driving when she heard me on Here and Now with Jill Deacon, and she heard me drop the name Jay Gold because I talked about Dwight Drummond being in the Maestro Fresh West video. And they're very, Ed and his wife are very close with Jay Gold. And this was a big fucking deal that she's in the car and I'm talking about Jay Gold on CBC Radio. Like, this is the small fucking village we have here, man. Do you ever step back, Stu, and say, what the fuck?
Like Stu was hanging out like at Moses' house, and there's like a video with like me on it.
Marilyn's got
like Marilyn, you were talking to Jeannie Becker. Ed Conroy's in the fucking
Can you
car.
imagine if that tape is not like thrown in the garbage somehow by some miracle? It's like
in
labeled.
the junk drawer.
Yeah.
It's like I'm telling you, I would
She's like,
legitimately.
it's been in my junk drawer for 30 years.
If this tape was to resurface somehow, Mike, I
Do you
don't
want me
even
to
know
phone Ed
what I
right
would
now
do.
on this program?
No, because it's too awkward.
Might be like backyard wrestling.
I like
a little
awkward.
backyard
For sure.
wrestling.
Okay. I love all of this, but we're going to, again, so after we do the Cam Jam, then I got another jam. Then we're going to hear about Stu Stone and Canna Cabana. Then Stu's Jam. Then I want to tell you guys about Ryobi, the
Wow, you're
newest
really
sponsor
doing a
of Toronto
reset here.
Mike. Cam, what do you want to say about your
I
second
was saying,
jam?
sorry, final comment. If we could get you a digital version of Overtime Sports Talk, would that be a Toronto Mike exclusive featuring a
would
young
drop
Stu
it
Stone?
in I would
Cam
drop it in the
Gordon?
feed. I would do it in a heartbeat. I'm actually working on a Mark Daly thing. I might have some Mark Daly content that's going to magically appear in the feed one day.
Oh, wow.
That Mark Daly's widow found in his garage, like his tapes.
Wow.
And of course, before she threw it out,
My tape may have been in that box.
oh my God.
Imagine.
Did you ever go to Mark Daly's house?
No.
The Voice.
Oh my God. Okay. So
What a setup.
anyway, Ed Conroy got his hands on these and he doesn't know what to do with them. And he thought of me and he said, can we just drop this in the feed? I'm like, that's what the fucking feed is for.
There you go.
What the hell have I been doing for 10 years?
That's a good
It's
question.
not this.
Okay. Got on the Toronto Star.
I'm
Yeah.
on the fucking cover of the Toronto Star, Stu.
Yeah.
Have you been on the cover of the Toronto
It's on
Star?
Wilner's podcast.
Actually,
oh my God.
twice. But I'd like you to. I'd like you to plaque that. You can go, Trudy, if she's
I'm
listening.
working on it. I got the PDFs.
There's
actually.
a Costco kind of thing. They plaque it for you.
But I got the PDFs. I'm doing this. Thank you. Shout out to FOTM Jill LeBlanc.
I'm really
Okay.
proud of you for that, Mike.
Thanks, buddy.
It's a big fucking deal.
No, for real. Like you can like brush off and be like, "Thanks, buddy," all you want. But honestly, that's a big achievement, man. How many
Thank you.
podcasters are on the cover of the newspaper?
Just me and Joe Rogan. I don't know.
Two different reasons,
I know,
though.
and he's not on the cover of the Toronto Star. But I do want to thank Moose Grumpy again for the official Toast mascot.
So cute.
It's and
Lovely woman.
And yeah.
Have your kids seen that?
An update, yes. So Morgan wanted it, and I
I bet.
said no, it's Daddy's.
No, it's
You
too
want to
cute.
know what fucking Moose Grumpy did? I
What?
almost like gonna cry talking about this. Moose Grumpy bought her not a toast, but a different stuffy from the same company. It's called Jellycat. And Morgan fucking loves this new stuffy she has that Moose Grumpy bought her,
God.
so she wouldn't be upset that we have the toast.
So she has a toast too?
It's not toast.
I'll
It's
tell you what.
a cat or something.
Moose Grumpy is an example
A
of
rat?
don't judge a book by its handle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because Moose
Well, she-
Grumpy is not a grumpy person.
Nor
She's
is
a
she a moose.
sweetheart. She's
She's a
generous.
sweetheart,
she's-
honestly.
she's empathetic.
What lovely people. By the
Everything
way,
but.
before I forget, and we're going to get back to Cam's second jam, TMLX 9 is May 13th. That's Friday
Right.
the 13th at 6 p.m.
You love these fucking 6 p.m. starts. What's the matter with you?
Yeah.
Just bike like Cam, okay, buddy? Come on, bike.
6 p.m. on
Well,
a Friday.
six-
That's going to be easy to get somewhere.
6 to 8 on Friday the 13th of May.
Yes.
I'm just letting you know. I checked.
Why can't
It's
you make it like
not
7
a Jewish
to 9?
holiday. Because it's 6 to 8. If you came at 7, it would still be awesome to see you for the last. And then eventually,
So
before we
where's
wrap
that's going
up
to be
tonight,
at Marie Curtis Park?
yeah,
By the
Toron-
benches?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. On the Toronto side of Marie Curtis Park.
Is that where we were when we went to the...
No.
I've never been there.
No,
so
you've
where
never been
Helix played, right?
We had 2 TMLXs there, and you were not at them. It's
And
not
what
where
happens?
Helix
People-
played.
is that the
Helix
one where the
played
guy-
at Sam Smith Park. This is Marie Curtis.
Is this the park where the guy came out and said Stu's a piece of shit?
Johnny O.
Yeah.
And I think he's on the live stream right now.
Right.
And by the way, Moose Grumpy, I made her cry. Mission accomplished. Cam, any words before your second jam?
Not at this time.
Love you, Moose. Yeah, I was wondering if this was going to be first. So
Yeah.
Love it.
That's interesting.
Could have been. Could have been.
And the kids love this song now, too.
Yeah.
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
Some good science in this song too, like in the lyrics.
It reminds me of John Gallagher's Stevie Nicks story.
so cool.
This is almost borderline dog rock.
It wasn't Johnny O, by the way. Can we clear his name before I go too far on this?
Johnny O.
It wasn't Johnny O.
Who was it?
Johnny O's a good man. Why would you say that?
Sorry, I
about
said
him?
Stu's a piece of shit.
Somebody
No,
did.
it was somebody else, and I'll tell you who in a minute.
Not Liz.
It was not Johnny.
Oh, it's
Johnny
the guy
O never
that
said that.
that Kirby Road was ruining his life.
What's his name?
Here's some Magic School Bus Science coming up for you in the lyrics of the song.
Okay, yeah.
We did an episode that actually referenced
Really?
these lyrics that are coming.
Sorry, but we didn't start the fire argument? Just true.
Science.
Joe Louis. Joe Louis. It was not Johnny O. It was Joe Louis.
Okay.
Johnny O's a good
Delicious pastry, though, Joe Louis.
guy. Johnny O's got a sweet swing. Shout out to Domingo Martinez.
I was going to say I loved your little Domingo Martinez. I'm so excited about the
Okay,
Jays. by
so
the way.
because Steve and I, my brother,
Dave
my
Steve?
youngest brother, Steve, we went to that game,
Toronto
and Domingo
Steve?
Martinez hit his first career Major League home run, and Rance Mulliniks hit his last career Major League home run.
And
The
Garth Orge was on
And
your
I
show.
swear to you, I went
Circle
to
of
my
life.
brother. I have 4 years on him, and I said, Steve, that man might hit 50. I think I said, will. That man's gonna hit 50 homers in a season. Do you want to know how many career homers Domingo Martinez ended up
One.
hitting?
Two. I would say if that guy ever got at bats, like I feel like a lot of baseball players or a lot of athletes in general, if you give them the time, they're gonna put up stats, counting stats. Anyway, this isn't Hebsy on sports, but
Go ahead.
Fleetwood Mac, Dreams, #1 hit.
Wow.
In 1977 year, I was born in the year, not according to Stu's IMDb, but Stu Stone was also born that year.
What year? Because I saw him on 1981 was his birth year.
Anyway,
Good year,
1977.
That is Monica's birth year.
So this, I don't
she's
think
in 81?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think we need to go too deep on this. I think everyone knows a lot
Is she
about
listening
Fleetwood
to the
Mac.
show?
She's still green, so yeah, I think so. Babe, happy 40th birthday.
Oh, thank you. We've talked about Fleetwood Mac before, but the part
A
that's
lot.
so great about it is it's like it's a recipe for disaster from Jump Street because it's like two couples and and it's like what
Yeah.
a mess.
And like cocaine and it's like just opulence. Do you guys remember the 90s band that covered this song?
Oh, give me a second.
Went
Because
to the top
Landslide
10.
was by this
Laughing at-
90s band called the Smashing Pumpkins.
That's
Slow
right.
Jam Cam, what's up? Listening to the show, making me laugh.
Slow Jam.
Different
So many cams.
Different Cam.
Cambria?
Slow Jam Cam.
Yeah. The band was the Corrs.
I know
the
the
Irish band for
And it's St. Patrick's
Patrick's Day. So I thought that was fun. Rolling Stone magazine in 2021 ranked this as the #9 best song of all time.
Wow. It's a
Are
great
you
song,
guys good with that? It's a great song. I'm not sure it's the 9th best song of all time.
Well, that's so subjective, but it is a wonderful song.
Yeah. And Mike, you kind of touched on this Dogface.
Yes.
Who's the TikTok, the
Right,
big
the
TikTok
skater.
sensation.
Right.
That guy wanted to make an NFT of his video that Stevie Nicks blocked. Said you can have it in your
Shout out
TikTok
to Ray
video,
Maida.
but you're not going to make money off this NFT. Here's a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Do you guys have oh my god, I'm blanking. Bitcoin.
No.
Are you in the crypto game?
I don't
Are
own
you-
any Bitcoin.
Do you have any NFTs? Stu?
I don't buy things I don't understand.
Yeah.
That's smart, by the way. 'cause they make it-
But that's why I'm not rich.
Well, I don't know, man. I have. I think we
Do you
should
have
do a
Bitcoin?
whole different episode.
You have some
on
bit
that.
currency? Some cryptocurrency?
I mean, I definitely know all about it. How
Oh.
about that?
But do you have any money invested in cryptocurrency?
A slight amount, but nothing to write to Jeannie Becker about.
Yeah. Okay, here's I like asking Stu direct questions. Stu, what's
know.
your opinion about
Yeah.
Dapper Labs NFTs, specifically about like sports memorabilia? Are you bearish or bullish on this?
I'm a purist, so I don't
Okay.
I like tangible things.
Yeah.
And
Like a jersey.
But here I am saying that,
A bat.
but then music. We always loved albums and holding them, and that whole going to the record store and finding and having much more of an attachment to an artist because of how you had to seek out the music. And now it's all just files,
Right.
and it worked.
Who-
so
who-
who am I to say
Bits
that
and
it's-
bytes. Bits and
Who
bytes.
bought Topps? The guy who owns the 76ers. Or
Topps
his
is owned by
company.
Fanatics.
Fanatics, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
By the way, Steve Leggett makes an interesting point. You said that Dreams was ranked by somebody as the 9th best song
By
of all
Rolling
time.
Stone magazine.
Steve Leggett's wondering if it's even the 9th best Fleetwood Mac song. Just throwing that out there. He's not convinced.
I mean,
Probably
that's up for
is.
It's a deep
debate.
catalog.
Yeah.
It's a deep catalog.
Definitely a
so.
top 10.
All right.
It's a
and
great jam.
again,
Dreams.
Dreams was a great jam. And
Dreams 2 or 3.
I'm going to kick out my jam.
By the way,
go ahead.
For those that are watching live in the chat, I agree with what Cambrio just said. And that's
Tell
all I'm
us.
going
What
to
did
say.
he say?
I'm not going to say it out loud.
Can I
just
say it out
agree-
loud?
No, I just agree with what he said.
I know, but people are going to be listening to podcasts.
It's okay.
They'll be
That's
very-
why they should have to
they'll
come
be-
and watch it live. That's
They'll be
it.
frustrated.
Just leave
Anyway,
it at that.
can I just also point out
what about
that
Tyler Campbell? He couldn't make the live stream.
Well, Tyler will have to
Van-
ask Cambrio what he said.
we played Weird Van Halen off the top. They also had a single called Dreams. That was during the Sammy Hagar era. Do you remember that?
Right now, my dreams.
I think it might have been. It might have been off that. It was like the third single.
All
off
I think
that
about
album.
now, by the way, when I hear right now, is Crystal Pepsi.
How about
Totally. Diddle-diddle-diddle. Dun dun dun.
How about Only in My Dreams?
Yeah.
Oh, Debbie Gibson.
Right, that was a big
That's a
hit.
good jam.
That was a
It
good
only
thing.
in my dreams.
Do you know Debbie Gibson?
Deborah.
No, I don't.
Deborah
Deborah
Gibson.
Gibson.
Deborah.
Right, she's matured. Okay, she was battling Tiffany for like a
Tiffany's my friend.
Tiffany dated
Is
a
that
member
true?
of
Yeah.
New Kids on the Block. Jonathan
Tiff.
Knight.
How'd that work out?
Well, Jonathan is homosexual.
Is
and
he?
Yes, but at the time he wasn't.
Did he tell you that?
Public. He said the world. He said it to the world.
He did?
He's out.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Holy
I
shit.
can't tell if it's a work or a shoot. Does
It's a
he know?
work. It's a work
Okay.
shoot.
Okay.
He worked himself into a shoot with Tiffany.
Who's the guy who ties? So Van Halen better than Van Hagar, according
That's
to.
true.
Yeah.
I agree with what Cambrio and
okay.
Steve Leggett
Okay,
That's
said.
not a
lots of
hot
great
take.
contributors.
That's just like
So-
obvious.
Ready for my second jam?
Yeah, press
Always.
1 if you are watching us live. I just want to see who's still
There's
with
a little
us here.
delay.
I like the reactions in the chat room, like
press
the
1.
You know,
emojis.
Ian
if you
Service,
are
a moment.
Still here.
Thank you, Ian Service,
Tim
for
is a
the
man.
development
Yeah.
on the live.torontomike.com
This is very cool.
experiment
Well done.
experience.
Here we
Ian
go.
Service worked really hard on that, and he's done a great
YYZ
job.
Gord is paying attention.
So-
Johnny
someone said
O.
two.
Johnny O's not mad at me for thinking he said those words.
Greg is
to you
here.
that,
Desha.
Joe Louis said. Of course.
Shot. Yeah,
no,
we're
it's
we're
Lady
shit girl.
Shat.
Oh, sorry, shit.
Le Desha. It's like
Lady
the
Shat.
cat.
Okay, you know what, Beck? You'd be happy to know what Becky is visiting me tomorrow morning.
Oh.
Beck is a great person.
But
Yeah.
there's two Becks. Hanson?
No.
He's a loser, baby.
Oh, is that?
Why don't you kill me? Okay.
Is that
You
his
ready?
last name?
Hanson, yeah.
Night is
Is
young.
his name
Yeah.
Beck Hansen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did not. I'm today years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are
And
you
it's
making that
Madonna
up?
Ciccone. It's Madonna Ciccone.
I knew that.
Swear on something that's his
Okay.
name.
That can't.
It is. I mean, I've
Any
always known
relation
that.
to the Hanson brothers?
None.
I don't.
Stan Hansen.
I don't think there's relation there. Okay, you ready for my second jam?
Andy, what's up?
Oh yeah, Andy says Beck is awesome. So,
Andy.
Andy. Oh, by the way, Andy,
Beck's cool.
you're the best, Andy, and you're all the best.
Do you have the
Greg.
heat on?
The Grumster.
No, there's like an air purifier there because I don't know. Monica put it
Cabana.
on. So you know, we're gonna get to that, but first my second jam.
Oh, right. FOTM.
Correctamundo.
This sounds like Fat Hole Surfers, like that first part.
Pepper.
Yeah.
That was last week.
He kind of looks like Gibby Haynes, too.
He's a very handsome man.
Yeah. He's big, like strapping.
Like he sits where Stu is, and he looks at me, and he's got the hair. Although I found out he dyes it in the beard, and it's like, and it's just this kind of like you're with Jesus or something,
Yeah. Or Rob Zombie.
right? Or same difference.
Yeah.
All the radios are glowing in the dark.
Also, Ovechkin's bodyguard.
We're saying Lady Shat's name wrong. I just want to say it's Lottie Shat.
Lottie Shah.
Lottie Shah.
Lottie Shat.
Hollywood. I know that they'd get there if they could.
Shout out to the Hammer.
It's just a matter of time before we get to shine.
Actually, we should talk about songs not on Spotify, too. Because
Burned Out Car.
Yeah, Burnt Out Car.
Which I thought was a Murray McLaughlin song,
Trees Lounge.
but they wrote it together.
Yes, yes.
Hayden. Did you know it's Hayden Desser?
No.
Yes, sir.
And there's another song that wasn't. Oh, There's a Kim Mitchell song.
And custom.
Alana Loves Me.
Alana Love, which we've heard on Pandemic Brothers.
Right. And the custom stuff's not on, because
Yeah.
when he passed away, I went to Spotify and they had nothing.
The-
Okay.
The Neil Young stuff.
Return of the Stone Movement, my last album, not on Spotify anymore.
Ooh, what happened?
How do you get control of that? How do you get control of that?
I don't. I don't know.
Can you buy it? We'll get the FOTM to chip in a few bucks and we'll buy your catalog.
Buy
back.
the
Buy your
rights.
masters, right? You got to buy masters?
I bet you that they would sell
Brian
them.
Master?
I bet you they would sell
Oh,
them.
when I'm watching the Stu sessions, there's footage from the bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm looking like a
For
fucking
Brian.
hawk for
Yeah.
Brian. He's not in there.
Yeah.
But I'm like, where the fuck's Brian
You're like all
Master?
too messing, like knowing
I'm
like there might
pausing
be
the
like
screen.
a slight glimpse.
Yeah, I've got the laser pointer. I'm like, oh.
By the way, if people do watch the
Zapruder.
Stu sessions, please, throw out a tweet so we can know, the world can know.
Right.
You know. So who's singing right now?
Okay, so this is.
Yeah.
I should
Who are you
pull it
listening
up.
to?
This is Tom Wilson's voice.
Right.
This
course.
is Junk House.
Oh, this Junk House.
This is fucking Junk House.
Right.
Underappreciated band, by the way.
I feel like they played at one of those like festivals that we went to.
Probably.
Mainstay.
So
Friendship
CFNY
Festival or
played this
something like
jam.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Friendship Festival.
Probably. So CFNY played this song, but CFNY did not play the earlier album, which had Out of My Head. Was
Right.
the big thing. They didn't touch that.
Friendship
Well,
Festival?
we were talking we were just talking about this by DM bands in the 90s who were rock bands but didn't get played on CFNY.
Like
It's
the
a
Pursuit of
very
Happiness.
short list.
Pursuit of Happiness.
They weren't
Pursuit of
CFNY.
Happiness didn't get CFNY love. I don't think so. Do you remember that?
Oh
Pursuit of
yeah,
Happiness?
yes they did.
They had to
I'm
have been
gonna
played.
like
I would've heard
Hard
of
to
this
laugh
after that.
and
Hard to Laugh was-
She's So Young.
You
That
sure?
was all over
Because
CFNY.
Q was big on it, like high rotation.
Yeah, but they
Are
were
you sure?
CFNY too.
I'll
yes.
ask Scott Turner.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes,
So
Mike.
this is the Hamilton's own Junk House.
Junk
Okay,
House. Great song.
Tom Wilson. But
What's
I do
their biggest hit?
out of my head.
I think
Out
this
of
is their
my-
big. This was a
I like
crossover
this. This
jam.
was a big hit, but Out of My Head was a big first
Yeah.
hit, and then the song you can't find on Spotify from
Burnt Out
the
Car.
birthday party is called Birthday Party.
Birthday Boy.
Birthday Boy is called Burned Out Car, which Tom Wilson wrote with Denise Donlan's husband,
Yeah.
Murray McLaughlin.
That's a fucking with Sarah McLaughlin.
and they were
on backing
drunk one night, and
vocals.
it's Sarah McLaughlin's on that,
Yeah.
and it's fucking beautiful, and you can't get it.
That's
on
an
Spotify.
awesome haunting song.
And I asked
It's a
Tom why,
haunting
and he
song.
says it's a record company thing. They don't give a fuck about that album, and he can't change anything about it.
Actually, Mike, so Tom Wilson from Junk House, Tom Wilson, the hockey player, Tom Wilson, the former Jays catcher.
And isn't Tom Wilson the name of the guy from Back to the Future? What's the name of Biff? Can you Google that? What's
Tom Wilson.
Think about that.
And then also the next door neighbor on Home Improvement, Tom Wilson.
Yeah. Tom Mookie Wilson.
My brain just fucking... Okay, what a...
Do you see
anyway.
Willie Wilson was trending today? There's
From the
another
Royals?
Willie Wilson. No, there's
Like
another
Cam-
Willie Wilson.
I feel like Cam sneaks into like the Twitter trending world and like
Okay.
types
I
in like
do not
Bob
have
Melvin.
Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home. I want to
I
pay
do not have
tribute
access those privileges.
on March 15th, 2010.
Willie Wilson
That's
trend if you goddamn want to.
2 days ago.
Pat Sheridan.
2 days ago was the 12th anniversary of the very sudden passing of Don Aiken. Don Aiken
Wow.
Don Aiken.
I know him
was
very
the
well.
guitarist
Yeah.
from Junk House.
Yeah. I
Right.
didn't know
Okay,
that.
so Tom Wilson is the vocalist and guitarist, and Dan Aiken was the guitarist from Junk
Yeah.
House. He had a heart attack playing hockey.
Oh no.
Wow.
Bang, gone before he hits the ground.
What a
One
way
of
to
those
go.
fucking terrible. And yeah, so I just wanted to pay tribute to Dan that he passed away 12 years ago.
Do you
on,
remember what-
my daughter's birthday? Actually,
Colin Cripps.
of course,
And
Blue
he-
Rodeo.
Yeah, and he was also in Crash Vegas, was he not?
Yeah, with Greg from Blue Rodeo.
Greg Brady.
No, who's the lead singer?
Oh, Greg Keeler,
Yeah,
right. And
right.
Michelle
Bodog's
McAdory.
Michelle
Who's
McAdory.
Bob McAdory's daughter?
Right, and all this is to tell you. Guess who's my fucking guest Monday? Guess who my fucking guest is Monday?
Dan Duran.
Oh my god. Dan Duran, I fucking said to Dan and I were on Humble and Fred, and he saw Ryobi's box of the drill here, the great fucking drill. And
Hell
he's
yes.
like, Ryobi's your sponsor? And I said, yeah, but it's pronounced Ryobi. And Dan Duran looks at me and says, no, it's not. Fucking, what are you talking about? Anyway,
This is like your Dan Gallagher story.
Dan Gallagher snorted cocaine off the ass of Stevie Nicks, according to Dan Gallagher. John Gallagher.
Okay.
John Gallagher snorted the coke off the ass of
Stevie Nicks?
Stevie Nicks. It's in his book.
Why did she allow him to do that?
It's in his book.
When?
Is she aware of it? Was
I
she
don't-
like passed out?
It's in his book. So
Yeah. Do you remember
Big
some
League Babylon.
Room on Fire? by Stevie Nicks, not the Strokes album.
No.
It was like a late 80s
Sort
Stevie
of,
Nicks single.
yes, sort of,
good
yes,
track.
Yes, okay,
Great track.
right, okay.
Anyway.
Okay, so do you have any idea where I was going? Because I'm completely gone. And Tom Wilson's the man who diagnosed me with ADHD.
Yeah, your stream is down.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Did you read his book?
Hold on,
Tom
we have
Wilson?
Code Blue here. It shouldn't be down,
It is.
but I'm looking at it.
I know, but go to refresh it and see what happens.
I'll tap my head.
Are you
Several-
offline?
I'm going to tap my head like this.
Oh, and Trudy just sent me a
And
text
see
too,
if
saying
I
that it's
tap
not
my head
working.
here, it's not down because this is a live stream.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's fine.
Are you hardwired?
Hit refresh.
But it doesn't.
I know, but just
that's not how
see.
live streaming works.
Okay, but it says you haven't joined any networks. It's like when I try to go on, and my mom just texted me the same thing.
Okay, well I got to record this show.
I'm gonna see
but,
if I can see it on my phone.
You can't. It's down.
Now that I refreshed it, it says you haven't joined any network. So
anyway.
what I'll do is I'll start. Oh yeah, that was my jam. So we'll get Stu's jam going, and I will text Ian Service and see if he can fix it on the fly because I don't know what happened there. That's a technical issue there. Okay, so maybe Monica, if you're listening,
Maybe you got booted because
let me
you
know
were
if you can
playing
hear me.
the Junk House song.
But there's no. That's the whole point of the pirate stream. We can do that. Okay. No one's policing the pirate stream there. Okay, so Stu Stone. That's too bad. We'll get that figured out. But I want to capture the good audio anyways because most people listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
What say you about your second jam?
I say that it's a song called Creep.
All right, here we go. And
Spoiler.
then I'll reach out to Ian Service.
Yeah.
Forward yesterday makes me want to stay. What they said was real makes me want to steal. Living under house, guess I'm living I'm a mouse. All's I got this time, got no meaning, just a rhyme. Take time with a wounded hand, 'cause it likes to heal. Take time with a wounded hand, 'cause I like to steal. Take time with a wounded hand, 'cause it likes to heal. I like to steal. I'm half the man I used to be. Well, I'm half the man I used to be. Well, I'm half the man I used to be. Well, I'm half the man I used to be.
So you're listening to a song called Creep by Stone Temple Pilots. Do you know them?
Love this band. Seen them live. many
We've had
times.
this song previously in various incarnations of this program. First time appearing on
vasectomy
Toast.
jams.
Yes.
Because it's half the
This would
man.
have happened. Yeah.
Okay, that's funny.
Stone Temple Pilots, man. They really came in onto the scene and had a bad reputation at first. People kind of wrote them off as this like Kirkland Pearl Jam. But they really found their own sound and
Totally.
their own path and their own success. And I think that this is a good song, man.
It's aged really well, their music, too.
Of course, there was
There we go.
two music videos for this song. One of them was by Gus Van Sant. Do you know who that is?
Yeah, of course. He directed Even Cowboys Get the Blues. He directed
Like My Own Private Idaho? or
yes,
something?
but also bigger movies like didn't he do Big Good Will Hunting?
Or Good Will
Yeah.
Hunting. Yeah.
Right.
No, it's not working for me. It's only working for you. Weird. Oh well. Well, why don't you ask them to push 1 if they're seeing you?
Okay.
Because they're not.
So again, this is if you can see us on the live stream, press 1 because we got booted and then it came back.
I'm half
And
the
Ian, if you
man.
want to call me,
So I'm half the man I used to be. Song was released in 1993. So
Okay,
now you have my
somebody
first 2 songs are both Creep.
I see where this is going.
Both 1993. How about that?
How
Recorded
about
in
that?
1992, released in 93.
Wow.
There you go.
I like it too. This is from Core.
Yes.
Which is fucking heavy, right? Fucking heavy.
Totally.
Sex type thing
Sex
is on
type.
there. The Wicked Garden.
I want to say that a bar.
And of course, the
It's
Pearl
back.
Jam.
It's back.
The Pearl Jam wannabe.
It's back. It's
Which I
back.
like.
And everybody missed my song. They'll have to listen to the re-record to find out what my second song was.
Dead and bloated.
Yeah, and Biff, it's been confirmed. Biff was a Tom Wilson.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that got
Do
confirmed.
you
by
remember the
Johnny O.
catcher, or are you just playing along?
No, I didn't
Tom Wilson?
remember the catcher, to be honest. What year?
It was like 2005. Or
I know
so.
Charlie O'Brien.
Yeah, post O'Brien, like right after Darren Fletcher, maybe.
Yeah, former
He was a
Expo.
good hitter.
Good Expo. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I remember we used to keep track of the players who had played for both Expos and Blue Jays, and there was this list.
That's right. Yeah.
Denny Boucher was on that list, right?
Denny Boucher, Rob Ducey.
Right. There was a small list, though. It was, anyways. He was on that. Darren Fletcher.
Casey Candell. No.
Yeah, what about him?
Casey Stengel.
No, come on.
Stu, can I just declare my love for this band? I would go and see them. I thought they were fucking awesome.
It'd be tough now, but
They did have
shout
actually
out to
yeah, they still tour.
Ridley Funeral Home,
like
but
new singer.
Chester
Bennington.
yeah, that's not going to work either.
That's not going to work either. But
Yeah.
he did come and fill in for Scott after.
You know,
Scott
there
left.
is a Canadian guy who is a very good singer who I feel like could be a guy who could come and sing for this band or any other band that's looking
Edwin.
for a singer. And his name is Lucas Rossi. Do you know
Oh,
Lucas?
he won the NXS contest.
Yeah, he's a good singer.
It's like a
And he's a Canadian guy.
karaoke guy.
Is he a karaoke guy?
Well, like
He
was he
is-
with like NXS or something?
Yeah,
Am I
he won
imagining?
the
Okay.
reality
Rockstar
show.
Supernova.
Yeah.
That
Rockstar
was the one with
Supernova. Okay.
Right.
Tommy Lee.
Did you know that the just before he passed away, Michael Hutchins was in a movie called Limp that was directed by the late great Custom, Dwayne Lavold.
Limp.
Shout out to Limp Bizkit, by the way.
Right. Can you?
They're going on tour. And
DJ
they're playing-
Lethal is an FOSS.
He is. And Limp Bizkit's playing Madison Square Garden for the very first time. Imagine that. Think of the height of Limp
Right,
Bizkit.
that's amazing. Right?
After all
Now
this
in
time.
2022, they're
That's
finally
amazing.
playing Madison Square Garden.
Who would have
That's
thought?
amazing. That's amazing.
I might go to that.
Well,
I should.
La-di-da. La-di-da.
La-di-cha,
Okay,
la-di-cha.
so everybody's back
La-di-cha.
now. For 5 minutes, the live stream was
Yeah.
down, and according to the chatters, it was the worst 5 minutes of their lives.
Oh.
So we're back now, though. Thank you for kicking out some STP. Can you please share with us, Stu Stone, what did you use the Canna Cabana swag you brought home yesterday?
The Canna Cabana swag was incredible. I mean, you talk about generosity. These guys, or gals. There was a cap.
Or
There was a
people,
beer.
People.
There was a beer koozie.
Right, that's right.
There was a.
Did you get a toque?
There was a toque.
Cam, did you get a toque?
No.
I have a toque for you from Canna Cabana. Cam
Wow,
Gordon.
Thank you. Unbeatable.
That is yours. Unbeatable prices on cannabis and
Love it.
smoking
Thank you.
accessories.
I might wear that home.
There were some
Right.
accessories that were also provided.
Did you get a dab rig?
I did not get a dab rig. No.
What is? I know what a bong is. I know what a pipe is. I know a vape. But what is a dab rig?
Dab rig is a much more intense rig.
Okay,
It's,
so it's an
dabbing is
intensive-
it's not just like dabbing is concentrates.
And what's a grinder?
A grinder is a
that just for-
website that you meet
Is
women
that for
and men on.
Don't play dumb.
grounding the flour? The flour for
So to
rolling?
speak.
Yes, grinder is a
Okay.
grinder.
I
What the
thought
fuck
so.
do you think a grinder
I know.
is?
I'm just.
No,
okay,
he-
I get
no,
what
he
you're
might.
doing here.
Be nice, be
He's
nice.
working. He's working right
He's doing
now.
a bit. He's doing a bit. Ignore him.
No, a dab is concentrated. I'm not a guy. I'm not a dab guy.
Okay, I understood. So
I
how?
wonder if Kareem is a dab guy.
You know what? I told him about the Canna Cabana partnership, and he's hoping there will be an opportunity when we move to the backyard because Monica doesn't want any smoking in the
Right.
basement, which makes sense, actually. I'm not sure I want it either.
Yeah.
But when we move to the backyard, There might be an episode where sparks are flying.
There-
live.
Mike,
an episode of Toast.
Like weed jams?
Weed something. Maybe April 20th. We'll see. What
Mike,
we can
I was
do.
going to
Depends on
ask.
Mother Nature.
It's almost
Yeah.
the first day of spring.
Oh, Gandharvas.
No, well, there's that too. But
Okay.
what are your plans for backyard eps?
As soon as the weather turns, like I need, we're by the lake here.
Yeah.
So today's a good example, okay? I go on my bike ride to the Zanzibar.
Sure.
And it's fucking
Grab
cold.
that drop.
I actually got gloves on because it was cold, okay?
It was chilly.
I take the waterfront to Yonge. It's still cold on the lake, but then
Yeah.
I head north on Yonge. By the time I got to Front Street, forget King. By the time between Front and King, it went up 10 degrees.
You're
It was
schwitzing.
fucking unbelievable.
Yeah.
I was schwitzing.
On Purim?
Jeannie Becker kept dropping Yiddish words, and then she was explaining to me what they meant, and I almost broke in and said, Jeannie, I co-host a show with Mark fucking Hebsher. I know what these Yiddish words mean.
And then she's like, Mark Hebsher. Ugh.
Maybe they went on a date too. Shout out to
Hebsy.
Peter Gross. And Hebsy.
I spoke to Hebsy this week, by the way.
What did you guys talk about?
We were on FaceTime. He was
Wow.
telling me a story about
He loves
one of the greatest athletes ever.
Okay, was it the Jewish woman?
Yes.
Yeah, he wrote a whole piece about it for
Yes,
the
I
Canadian
inspired
Jewish
him
News.
to write that piece.
Wendy Richter.
Weisblatt was like an editor of that, so it all comes full circle. Should I get Ian's call here?
Yeah.
Hold on here. Let's get
Yeah.
it here, live on the air here.
Tim, it's been a while since.
Ian, I only called you because the
Tim.
the live stream went down for 5 whole minutes, and it just booted everybody
Are you
out.
talking
so
to
I
Wendy
called you.
Richter?
Yeah, but it's back now. But it went so for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
we all got booted out of the live stream, and it was the worst 5 minutes of some people's lives.
Andy specifically.
But it's so I called you during that, but now it's back, so we don't. It's okay. I don't know what happened there.
Has he
but-
watched the Stew sessions?
Have you seen the Stew sessions?
I have not yet. I'm very excited to watch them.
Yeah, I think he'll like it.
Clearly.
Okay, we're looking forward to your review here. Okay, so brother, that's it. It went down, it came back, and the world is good again.
Amazing.
Okay, and we love you, and you're doing a great job. We love the experience at live.torontomike.com.
Amazing.
And you.
And get back in there. We miss you. Don't put those kids to bed. Just get back in the live stream.
I was busy. We're doing F1 picks for tomorrow. We're
Oh.
doing a fantasy pool.
F1's like so popular
Because
now.
of
I
that
know so
Netflix
many
show.
people. Yeah.
What about March Madness? You got a bracket?
No, we're all about the F1.
Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'll let him. I'll let him go. But I have a question for the FOTMs.
We can chat later, Ken.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Peace and love to you, Ian Service.
Trudy's watching, by the way.
Tell Trudy. Okay, bye to
you
you.
can
Ian, I'm
tell
hanging
her
up on you.
yourself.
I'm going to tell
She's-
Trudy something, and then I'm going
she's
to play a
in.
jam. Bye.
You can tell her you liked her on the show.
Trudy, if you can hear my voice right
She can.
now. I thought you were and it was excellent. I enjoyed all 6 episodes of the Stew Sessions, but your episode was
the best one.
The best of the bunch.
Yeah.
I think you're a genuine talent. Like you're just delight on the screen. Like the camera loves you.
She eats up the scenery.
And honestly, you were the highlight, and Stu did a great job too. You should be very proud of your boy. But you were
She's
the
great.
you were the highlight of the night,
She's great.
and you're great. And we're glad to have you as an FOTM. Okay, now I'm going to kick out the third jam selected by Cam
Oh
Gordon.
wait! Before we do, this is 100% shoot to any of the FOTMs listening. If anyone or Stu Stone or Mike Boone, if anyone
Toronto
wants
Mike,
to be in a Major League Baseball pool, a head-to-head league with other members of the Twitter Canada family, send me a DM. Reach out to me. This 100% shoot. I'm putting it
Kev
together.
would. He was
Canada Kev is
babysitting
invited.
Dave Steeb.
Totally. If anyone wants to be part of it, send me a DM. Looking to
just
pull
send you a
together.
DM?
You don't have to because you're right here.
I'm in.
But yeah, you're in. Okay.
And my mom says thank you, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, Trudy. None of that was bullshit because I don't do the shtick. This is real talk here,
Okay.
and I thought you were fantastic. Okay.
Two quick intros. One, I think this of the 3 songs with this name, I think this is my favorite. Second,
Good to close with your favorite.
yeah. Second, Happy St. Patrick's Day. I thought we'd end with an Irish band.
Oh, this song's called Dreams also?
Yeah.
Huh. I wouldn't have known that. I didn't know that was the name of this song.
This is also a really uplifting song.
It belongs in a movie trailer.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
When I hear it, I can see the inspired. I love this band. Good job.
R.I.P. Dolores.
Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home.
R.I.P. to Mulva.
I get that. I get that reference.
Deep cut.
Seinfeld reference.
Yes.
And she has a she has a GTA connection, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I didn't know this song was called Dreams. I wonder if there's other songs called Dreams that you left out. Do you do that at the end?
Tons.
Yeah, there's a
tons.
lot of
Is there a
dreams.
list that you have for us?
This is his favorite
I could
three.
search.
I think it'd be interesting to know.
Well, we could do a sequel. Sequel after we do the Yacht Rock sequel. We could do it.
See, I like this song because it's really uplifting and rollicking, but it's also a bit melancholy, you know?
Right.
Um,
There's infinite sadness there.
Infinite.
Lindsay, who's watching the show, says she also liked Trudy's episode of Sessions.
I think most FOTMs would agree that the scenes without Stu were the best scenes.
Okay.
Jokes.
Yeah. Whitener's a good actor too. I was impressed. Although that was
that's the owner.
him.
That's the owner.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job too.
He's so funny, like just naturally funny.
Cranberries.
Yeah.
Cranberries out of Ireland. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Their single Dreams. I didn't realize this was their debut single.
Yes. Happy Fitzpatrick's Day.
I would have. I see what you did there.
I see what you did there.
I thought it would have been that song Linger. That's the first song that I, for some reason, the first time I heard this song, because I don't know if you guys remember, it was on the Woodstock 94 soundtrack.
Oh.
Where the
I
Cranberries
just remember
played.
it from trailers. Like it was just on every trailer I saw
yeah,
for a while.
That the perfect segue. Here's some of the 90s movies. This
You've
was
Got
either in
Mail?
the trailer. Yes, You've Got Mail.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
That was a lucky guess.
Mission Impossible.
Really?
This is the one I remember. Boys on the Side.
Is that Drew Barrymore?
Yeah, Drew Barrymore
Right.
and Friends. The Next Karate Kid.
Oh, who was the next Karate Kid?
Hilary
It wasn't
Swank,
Ralph. Yes,
I
it was
think.
Hilary Swank. It wasn't Ralph Macchio.
Milk Money.
Hold on, let me think about Milk Money. It's a comedy, right? John Lovitz or something? I don't
It
even
was
know what that
Ed Harris and Melanie Griffith.
Oh, yes, I do remember that. Yes. Melanie
And
Griffith.
something called Shot Through the Heart.
And you're to blame?
You're
That's
to blame.
John,
You give-
John Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
Fucking hate them.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't like them at all.
That's interesting.
But I liked him in '87. Like Slippery When Wet was a
Yeah.
big
Mike,
thing for me, and I fucking turned. I
You're
didn't
speaking my language.
when Slippery When Wet.
I kind of agree with you on.
I was a big fan wherein I had the cassette and I loved it, and the big hits on Slippery When Wet, and then shortly there, I think after
Blaze of Glory.
No, it was. Give me a second. What was the big hit? Bad Medicine. So Bad Medicine was all over Q107. It was everywhere.
Yeah.
And at some point, I'm like, wait a minute, these guys suck. It was like I
Yeah.
had this like epiphany. Like Stu had the epiphany. I had the epiphany. Bon Jovi wasn't a good band. They're terrible. And I mean, Always and all that shit that came after, just
Yeah.
fucking get rid of it.
Something for the Pain. Do you remember this song?
Shit.
For the
And
really.
then when they put the fucking
It's my life.
well, man, it's so horrible.
whoa.
Right. And then I learned he treats the band like it's a business, so he hires Richie saying he's just the owner of the business and he hires these parts. I'm like, that's not a fucking band. Pearl Jam doesn't work that way.
Well, I was
the Tragically Hip doesn't work that way.
Well, other bands do.
I was gonna say,
but
Mike.
not the bands I love.
Do you like Kiss?
No.
Mike.
Fuck Gene Simmons. Go.
Really?
Yeah, I
Do,
don't like
do you
him.
remember Bon Jovi came up on the last PPMM? And do you remember why?
Because he sucks? Remind me.
No, because there's
Mike.
been a Canadian in Bon Jovi for about 15 years.
Oh, because I don't
Phil
know.
X,
Right,
the replacement
okay.
for Richie Sambora.
Right.
Final.
He's been out of the band for that long?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Ballpark.
And they
15 years?
They put the banner at the Air
Call it
Canada
10.
Center. Do you remember they put the banner in the Air Canada Center for Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
I think Ivor Hamilton has something to do with it. I think I
Okay.
gave him a hard time for it, but that's bullshit too.
Okay. You know it's not.
Tell me.
This
I'm all riled
all
up
ties
now.
together. Okay. Do you know who the basis of the Cranberries is?
Give me a second.
I'll give you a clue.
Buckethead.
I think this name is an FOTM, but not this person. It's somebody with the same name, which
Chris
ties
Brown.
in.
No, I don't know.
No, Mike Hogan.
That is an FOTM.
There you go.
From
Mike
Kingston
Hogan.
with the Tragically Hip.
Argo's play-by-play
he
guy?
went to high school of the Tragically Hip.
Yeah. Also the basis for
And
the
that's where
Cranberries.
Stu was going to work in the radio for Bob Willett. And that would have helped Bob get the ratings up in Kingston, which would allow him to go over to CFNY and work at
I would have been able to
102.1.
do that had he allowed cameras.
Why don't you get Carly's job? There's an opening 10 to 3. Carly
10 to 3,
Myers.
that's a long shift.
I know, that's the shift. Carly Myers was 10 to 3, and her last shift was yesterday.
Can I play like old stuff?
You can play a bit of old stuff. You can play some Cranberries, some Zombie. They only let you play
Zombie.
Zombie, though.
Yeah. Zombie is a big
All right,
karaoke
Ode to My
song.
Family.
Ode to My Family.
I think I'd be better in like a talk format, maybe.
Oh,
than, like,
Today
hitting
Radio.
posts.
Mark Weisblatt will hook you up with the people at
I don't know,
Today.
he's
He loves
got
that show.
More for us to talk about over a
Can
club
I come
sandwich.
out? Can I come out to the
Yes.
pickle barrel?
I'm saying that there can be a summit that can be publicly like said when that's going to be, and it's like almost like a TMLX event, but it's like a summit between myself and 1236. We're going to break unleavened bread.
I think Mike and I should be at the bar with like a Whisper 2000 like in each year so we can just like eavesdrop.
Yeah.
I like
on
him.
this.
He's so handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. What more do you have to say about the wonderful Cranberries?
Nothing,
Just
but
that
I love
she
that
had
song.
children with an Ontarian.
That's right. Yeah.
And it caused her to live here for a while. And her children went to school here. And it is, I don't want to make light of this. This is actually, if anyone out there is listening to us right now, any FOTM is having mental health struggles or needs to talk, my DMs are open. But I'm just, the fact that Dolores O'Riordan took her own life, it's just tragic to me. Like,
Was that confirmed because she was like, she had
Oh, you think it was
pills
an
and
accidental
she had
overdose?
pills and alcohol in the bathtub, like in the hotel room, like
Okay.
just
Okay,
brutal.
regardless, that activity suggests a
Yeah,
cry
it
for
was
help,
certainly self-destructive behavior, like no doubt.
And we don't have her anymore.
Men's talent. Yeah,
I
what
want
a
to,
band. What a band.
Great band.
Just say that Cam's songs, Dreams, the three of them that he played.
They're all good.
Dreams, Dreams, and
I would
Dreams.
have ranked them in the opposite order that he just played
Oh.
after hearing them.
Well, they weren't
like the
it was like
Desiree
3-2-1.
song.
It was 3-2-1.
It's not Desiree, it's
3-2-1.
Gabrielle.
Sorry, Gabrielle's song is like
Careful.
that's my favorite Dream
Careful.
song.
Is it? Okay,
Really?
because I actually,
Well, it is now.
Yeah.
I like Cam's order. I would put him in
Thank
Cam's
you.
order.
Thank you. They're all great.
We
so
share
what
the same
Dream
brain.
songs did we miss?
Well, there's
I
a
didn't know we were
Beck
doing that.
song.
Brought to you by
Speaking of
Ridley
Beck,
Funeral Home. Ridley Funeral Home presents.
Oh, and I'm going to
Songs
talk
we
to you about
missed.
Ryobi in a minute.
Okay, here's a few other songs, singles. So Beck had a song called Dreams.
Yes.
The Game.
Oh, that's,
that's
a
a good
That's a
song.
good song.
That's a big
Yeah,
song.
produced by Kanye.
Yeah.
About had a dream. Martin Luther had a dream. Aaliyah had a dream.
Yeah.
That's actually a good fucking
like
song.
that was a big. That was
It was a
pretty
big hit.
hit.
It was
Yeah.
a big,
Produced by
big song.
Kanye.
Right.
NF.
What?
MF?
Not MF. NF.
Oh.
NF was the guy who did the song with Alicia Cara. Like what? It was like a phone number.
really know.
It was sort of like a suicide.
Oh!
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes.
guy.
The suicide number.
Anyway, he had a song
Right.
called Dreams. Silk Road, like not the drug website, but
Is that
Silk
what
Road. That's
that what you-
nothing to do with. No, I don't.
no
I don't know.
Bazzy,
No, Baz Luhrmann.
Joe Bell,
Joey Bell. That's
Sta-
Albert Bell.
Stavros, not Steve.
Steve Stavros from speaking of Knob Hill
Anyway,
Farms.
I think we got the big ones.
Well, who's speaking of Knob Hill Farms? Okay, I didn't know we had to do that part. I didn't
a
do
lot
that
of
homework.
dreams.
So let me do this then, if you don't mind. How's your camera looking there?
Terrible. It's just this angle on
So
these
maybe
just
can
makes
you
me
guys?
look really
I'm open.
unflattering.
That-
Like,
that's
I'm
Tell
not-
me
I'm not
next-
going to find a significant other if
Listen.
you're watching this live stream.
I think we need it like.
I have
here
three
next
thoughts.
Time. Yeah.
I didn't know how to put it on the table and get both of you.
That's okay.
'Cause-
It's not the problem. It's like this angle makes me just
So
look very
tell me where the
unattractive.
camera should be,
And
and
my
I'll make.
mom
I'll
is
make it.
texting me, you look
Tell me where the
unattractive.
camera should be. You look great.
My mom doesn't think so.
Trudy, he looks great. I've never been more attracted to him in his life.
Fix
Like
the
I
camera,
feel like
you
it
look
could be like right
unattractive.
here, like
Like here, but then I don't think it gets the wide.
between whatever
Okay, so
that
this thing.
gimmick is
Turn
here.
the
Okay,
camera.
this is a
Let's
light.
see.
This is a
There we
light.
go.
So
That's slightly
we'll
better.
make an adjustment on the camera next time. But can we talk about next time? We've
Yeah.
been starting at 7:00.
That's no good.
Stu doesn't like that start time because of traffic.
Yeah.
What time should this toast begin?
7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
7:30.
7:30 is good. Like I'll probably do
7:30?
the bike thing.
So I will
Smart.
edit the Google Calendar and make it 7:30.
That's
Okay.
much better.
It's just okay.
Do
then
the
one more
FOTMs
thing.
need to hear this?
Well,
Is this
yeah,
interesting?
they want to know how the sausage is made here. Okay. One last thing on the production note. I have to say this. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I find myself missing this because of the fact that there's sometimes
Well, whose choice was that?
4 or 5 weeks
You
between.
had us every week. You owned us.
Oh, I'm
Hold
sick
on.
of this. I'm
I
exhausted.
gotta go camping.
Yeah.
Hold on, hear me out.
You had
Every
us.
week is
you
too much.
owned us.
Every week
What
is
a
too
swerve,
much.
bro.
Every week is too much. Once a month, too little. What
Oh
about?
my
I'm gonna pitch something.
This
You
is
don't have
the
to give me an
fucking
answer
Three
now.
Bears? Like, give me a break.
I don't know, man.
I'm gonna pitch something, and
Doesn't
you're gonna
work- life
take it
doesn't
home and
work like
noodle
that.
it. Trudy,
Yeah.
I'm pitching something to your boy.
You're hard to
Cameron,
get
your
to.
parents watching. Hear me out. I know. I realize I'm in the southwest corner here. Hear me out. Well, you guys should move to fucking Mimico. Hear me out. Okay. What if just hear me out? And
You
don't
come
say a
to
word.
us.
What if? Well, that's a possibility too. What if we did it every third Thursday except when that day aligns with Mark Weisblatt's visit, in which case it gets bumped a week. So it'll often be
it's too
every
confusing.
3, but you'll have a.
It's a little clunky.
All right, I'm gonna kick out a jam, and then we're
I'm
gonna
getting some
talk
people are
about
saying
Ryobi.
twice a month for fuck's sake. That's what my buddy
Twice a
is
month.
saying right on
So
here.
what? Do you want to? But twice a month.
Bi-weekly.
That's a lot.
I'm trying to make it like a Thursday, and it's every X Thursday. I can't do twice a month. That way,
I
'cause
need
months are
more
4.5 months.
Weisblatt.
Do you, okay,
I do
Weisblatt?
bi-weekly
No.
Weisblatt.
Well, I love my once a month with Weisblatt.
Yeah.
It's perfect. That's the first Thursday.
Let those deaths pile up.
I think we
Body
should
count.
consider every third Thursday. Just think
let's,
about
let's
it.
take
Right
this
now,
offline. Let's
we're-
take this
right now,
offline.
we're
Isn't it already that?
No, right now we're the 4th Thursday of the month. Okay, that's once a month. The 4th Thursday. Sorry.
Oh my God.
No, we're the 3rd Thursday of the month.
Get some
So
help, would
that's
you?
once every month. 3rd Thursday. If we
This
were
is
every
so
3 weeks,
stupid.
it would be far more often.
Do some talk
Just you
space
think
or
about a
something.
calendar, right?
How would it
So-
be more often?
Because
it's still
every
a month apart.
No, it's not. It's 3 weeks apart. So every 3rd Thursday is 3 weeks apart. A month is 4.5 weeks. So it'll be much more frequent.
What are these mind games?
I don't know.
This is some weird
Don't go
shit.
playing
Is this like a
those
riddle?
mind game. That's John Lennon. So seriously, every 3rd Thursday is far more frequent than the 3rd Thursday of every month. Are you guys with me? Or do you need
How
me to
about you
do
just
thing on
tell
that?
me when to be here, and I'll be here.
This
We'll
is some
discuss more
bullshit
later.
here, right?
We'll
I don't
discuss
even know
more
what
later.
Does
I'm
the
going
audience
to.
even want more toast?
Is this like a Ponzi scheme? Like what is
You don't realize that every 3rd Thursday is more frequent than the 3rd Thursday of every month?
Yeah, I got like
I'm a
9. I got like
gifted
9. I got
student.
91 in calculus.
I was gifted. I was in the gifted
I
program.
don't give
okay?
a fuck what you were.
I think you should let the audience.
You go to a
decide
real
whether-
school like Thornley. Don't like be thrashing around over there.
Tomorrow morning, I'm recording with
Like
Becky.
a shark in a net.
Becky Yan, who is director of marketing. She's with Ryobi, okay?
Okay.
Ryobi 18-volt 1 plus high-capacity lithium plus battery provides 4 times
Is that
more
what it is, a battery
runtime.
company?
No, it's power tools, but
Oh,
you all use the same fucking battery, and it's amazing. 4 times longer lasting battery
seen the ad.
charge, 20% lighter weight than the NiCad bullshit batteries. This is the fucking lithium
I feel like
ion batteries,
Bojana,
okay?
uses a Ryobi.
Monica uses Ryobi.
Well,
go.
don't we
Not
don't.
Ryobi.
That's not nice to talk about what Monica does with that battery.
Shout out to Ryobi. It works. You can get the battery works with all the tools and chargers that come from the Ryobi 18-volt 1 plus system. Get it at Home Depot and tune in to
How
the
did
next
they find
episode.
you? Is this
Oh, you want to know?
This is a big
You want to know how
brand.
they found? You ready for this? You ready?
Peter Gross.
There's an FOTM who's been to every single TMLX event and will be at TMLX 9 at Marie Curtis Park on May 13th. And that gentleman works for Ryobi. And he sent an email
Oh, shit.
to the marketing department. And the marketing department said, let's do this. And then next thing you know, I'm on the fucking cover of the Toronto Star. See how it works? Do you want to know the name of this FOTM? I'm going to say the name and then I'm going to kick out my next jam. You want to know the name of this FOTM, Stu?
Yeah.
It's fucking Langer!
Wow, the Langer Banger.
Langer.
And we are.
Collective Soul Asylum.
Good song.
Yeah.
Shine.
I always like this song.
Langer. It's a shame that the episodes have to end. I could just do this for like 10 hours.
God, I wish this was more frequent.
Joe Carew says it should be every other week to keep it from going stale because it's toast.
What Christmas?
You don't want your toast to go stale.
Be a bit crusty. A little crusty.
Yeah! Wow.
Oh!
Joe Carew. My apologies.
You know, the last 2 bands both played at Woodstock 94.
Wow.
There's a fun fact. Could be the 28th anniversary of Woodstock 94.
Wow.
Shout out to Brad Urquhart who had this.
When I come
That's right.
around. All right, so I kicked out Shine by Collective Soul. I got lots of things to say about this, James.
They were a big band.
Yeah.
They still kind of are.
Maybe 3 or 4 hits.
Did you know this is? I mean, I think you do know, but this is their debut single.
Yeah.
I know. So this is from Hints, Allegations, and Things Left Unsaid.
What a 90s title. that like.
I would argue this remains the most popular Collective Soul song. It was their first. I would argue it is. They had a lot of big hits, but I think
The
this is
World
their
I
biggest.
Know.
That's a good song.
That was a cross.
Yeah, I think Shine is their big one, but that's my opinion there.
Oh, that can't be true. The World That I Know is like from like a Meg Ryan movie or something.
Yeah.
I think Shine is a bigger hit, but okay. So it was number 1
It's my show.
in terms of the album rock songs of '94.
Tronomike.com.
It won the Billboard Award for Top Rock Track.
Whoa.
It was number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100 for a week. And VH1 ranked it as the 42nd greatest song of the 90s.
Shine by Collective Soul?
Shine by Collective Soul.
You were surveyed for that?
So there's a line in this
Good
song.
night, Beck.
There's a line in this song about heaven, let your light shine down. Do you guys
Yeah.
deem this? Who went to bed?
Beck. Yeah.
Beck, you're not allowed to go to bed.
Yeah.
We're just getting started here. Do you think this is Christian rock?
They are a Christian rock band, aren't they?
So yeah, so I ask you the question. Is this
Heaven, let
Christian
your
rock?
light. No. I
Heaven,
don't
let
think
your
so.
light shine down.
I thought that they're a Christian rock band. That's what I always believed.
Well, like Alice in Chains had that song "Heaven Beside You." Are they a Christian rock band?
You know, not the mere mention of heaven is not enough to because
Heaven, let your light shine down.
The Temple of the Dog. I'm gonna call it
Yeah.
Hunger Strike. Had that great song about heaven.
Say hello.
Say hello to heaven.
Or like Psychedelic Furs, Heaven.
There's a lot of no.
Leva
but-
Famke apparently went
Actually,
to bed an hour ago, but I would too if I lived with Juan. Hey-o.
Actually, Heaven could have been.
Heaven isn't too far away.
Yeah.
Heaven isn't, and then Brian Adams.
That's
Yeah.
a great song.
Well, Talking Heads had a song.
Okay,
called
but
thinking
you're off
about
track.
our
The mention of
Heaven.
heaven doesn't make you a Christian rock band.
No.
Christian rock song. I'm just wondering because there is a Christian rock heritage to Collective Soul, and this song
Even
is,
the name.
is Christian-y. Even the name. I'm just asking you two fine gentlemen if you think this
Say
might be
no.
a Christian rock song.
You're the band Blessed Union of Souls.
Yes.
They were like an a cappella group.
No, they had I believe love.
All right, I have a
is
couple
the
of mind blows
answer.
here. I have a couple of mind blows here. I have a
Were
mind
they-
blow for you. So you're listening now to Collective Soul Shine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me play another song for you that
Oh.
you know.
Oh yeah, they had a Christmas song December too.
Oh, this is a good song.
Oh yeah.
What's this have to do with that?
Sounded like.
Listen closely.
Ow.
It's one of my faves right here.
Yeah.
Drown.
I think Cam kicked out more songs by this band than any other band in pandemic history.
Smashing
Pandemic Friday
Pumpkins.
history.
I love this song.
Yeah.
Give it a
The NWA.
That's right.
Big
the
Boss.
owner.
an underappreciated Pumpkin song.
Singles
Yeah.
soundtrack.
Yes. Yes.
That this would get played on CFNY.
Okay, so why am I playing "Drown" by
'Cause it's a
Smashing
great
Pumpkins?
song.
It is a great song, but I'm playing it for a specific reason here. Billy Corgan tried to sue to say that the song "Shine" was copying
Wow.
"Drown"
I don't
by
hear it.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I don't hear it.
I can hear it, but I don't think it's copied.
I don't hear it.
Who wrote that?
Oh no! By the way, can you read YYZ's manifesto?
Due to the song's lyrical themes, particularly the mention of heaven, Collective Soul was often early on regarded as a Christian band, Ed Roland elaborated. I remember around the time Shine came out, getting into an argument with
He's
a writer
American.
who
I was gonna
said,
say they're from Georgia.
Fucking American.
sorry, let's take that again. Due to the song's lyrical themes, particularly the mention of heaven, Collective Soul was often early on regarded as a Christian band, Ed Roland elaborated. Well, I remember around the time Shine came out, getting into an argument with a writer who said, "You're a Christian band." I said, "No, we're not." "Well, you have the word heaven in your song." And I said, "Well, so does Led Zeppelin." I don't remember anyone saying they were a Christian band.
He's a good Southern accent. That
Yeah,
was good.
he's an actor.
He's
He was in
voice
fucking
actor.
Donnie
They
Darko.
would like me to do it with an English accent now.
Okay,
Hello.
but if I may,
Yes.
the reason that Billy Corgan was unsuccessful is because Collective Soul was able to produce demos of Shine that predate Drown.
Oh.
So there's demos of Shine recorded before Billy Corgan wrote Drown.
Maybe the Pumpkins ripped off Collective Soul, turned the tables.
But I have one more little mind blow
Don't
here
switcheroo.
because
I have a mind blow for
That was
you.
good. I like that.
Let me do this one.
This
Thank
is a
you.
quick one. Due to the song's lyrical themes, particularly the mention of heaven, Collective Soul was often early on regarded as a Christian band. Ed Roland elaborated, I remember around the time when Shine came out.
Shishiki.
I'm going to stop there. Hey.
Give me a word.
Hey.
Whoa.
Wow,
Show
Dolly.
me where to
Rock and Roll
look
Hall of
and
Fame
tell me where
potential inductee against her will.
And they said, yeah, we'll do it without you, Dolly.
Lay me on the ground, fly me in the sky. Show me where to look and tell
Totally
me
works in this style.
I know. I'm full of the fucking mind
Good job.
blows with toast.
Nice. Well done.
I'm bringing my A
Whoever
game.
said we were light on the jams this week,
Who said that?
somebody who's wrong.
I'm booting them from here.
Heaven, let your light shine down.
This is great.
Like a real bluegrass.
I
feel.
watched her documentary, the Dolly
I
documentary.
saw it too.
It's pretty good.
I liked. Everybody likes Dolly.
Heaven, let your light shine
Didn't she cure COVID?
She did.
She paid for it out of pocket.
Heaven, let your light shine.
YYZ says this is better than the original. Okay, so let's talk about this, shall we?
When is that from? Like, what year was that?
2001.
Wow.
Dolly Parton put out an album called Little Sparrow
Little Sparrow.
with members of the bluegrass band Nickel Creek. But
Okay.
don't drink Nickel Creek. You can only drink Great Lakes Brewery if you're a good FOTM.
Not to be confused with Nickelback.
Right. Do you know that this recording by Dolly Parton,
Is
this
great.
cover, earned her a Grammy Award? She won the Grammy for Best Female Country Vocal Performance for this jam.
For this song.
Heaven, let your light
Wow.
shine down.
I like it a lot.
Heaven, let your light shine down.
Is there other songs called Shine that we don't know about?
Probably. Lots of shine. I only picked the three I dug and I moved on, so I don't know. I didn't know we were doing that.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
I didn't do my homework.
Let your light shine.
Like, Mike, all your songs were like alt rock songs.
Let me see.
Sort
Yeah,
of.
Doughboys, Jump House, and Collective Soul. Yeah, I have a type, as they say. I have a type.
I'm trying to think if there's another CanCon song called Shine. You could have put three.
Anyone in the live chat can tell me another no one
Lanois,
song.
Shine.
It's like a Shine.
Which one?
Lanois.
Manoir?
I'm pleading ignorance.
Mantor.
Daniel Lanois. Yeah, Daniel Lanois.
Danny.
Speaking of Hamilton. Speaking of the Hammer.
Have you ever tried to get him on? Would
You
he
know what?
come
I
on?
feel like I had Mark Howard on.
Interesting.
I
So
was
there was
intimidated. Go ahead.
Sorry. I was thinking about the lawsuit that you mentioned that Smashing Pumpkins tried to sue.
Drown and versus Shine, yeah.
I don't hear the correlation there, but go ahead. Whatever you were going to say.
Just that I feel I would love Daniel Lanois. I have a great
Yeah.
story about him from Stephen Brunt. When
What
he
is it?
came on.
Something about cocaine and Stevie Nicks tush?
That's John Gallagher's stories. Little Big League Babylon.
When I was at McMaster, like he lived in the Westdale area, like west of McMaster, and people used to see him all the time, like at just the coffee shops. Like he'd just be around, or there'd be like a street festival. He'd be playing.
Yeah, that's what I
guitar.
hear. That's
Like,
what
he was
Stephen
just-
Brunt said. He was just playing this thing, and there was nobody there.
Yeah,
or-
just kind of. No one knew who he was. Like, or if they
Interesting
did,
guy.
they didn't care because
His brother just passed away.
Bob Lane.
Yes.
Bob Lane?
Yes, he just passed away. Shout out to Ridley Funeral Home. But Daniel's still with us, and I would love to get him on Toronto Mike. If anyone knows him, hook me up. Let's do it. I'm excited about. That's where I was going like about an hour ago. My guest on Monday from the Bourbon Tabernacle Choir, Chris Brown.
Whoa!
Yeah, I don't have Kate Fenner yet, but Chris Brown.
Holy shit! How'd that come?
I want to say he's friends with Pete Fowler, and Pete
Okay.
Fowler loves the fucking podcast
Is he-
and tells
Is
people
he
to
like
do it.
in Wolf Island now?
I
or
think
something?
he is with
Okay.
Stephen Stanley, maybe.
Yeah, I saw Stephen Stanley just played a gig there like over the weekend or something.
He's in this book. I did an episode with the guy I mentioned, David Binks, who put together that night at Massey Hall. And there's when Lois and Low played Massey Hall, and we talked about great Canadian bands that played Massey Hall. And there's a great piece there by former Massey Hall usher, Stephen Stanley.
Yeah, I do wonder if you'll get people think it's the other Chris Brown on your podcast.
Well,
like,
you know what?
musician Chris Brown.
think what you want. Who knows here? There's a Shine by Take That.
Oh, take
Wherever I go, whatever I do.
I didn't mean it. I just want you back to shine.
Gotta shine.
Gotta shine. Shine. Okay, thank you, Dolly Parton. I'm now ready for Stu Stone's final jam.
Well, this is a song, Mike. There's a little bit of a tie-in, I guess, to Cam Gordon's Completely Ignored podcast, which has gone mostly completely ignored.
Is it coming back?
It's off the internet. Sammy and I decided to
put it on hiatus.
Kevorkian, no, it's not coming back. Yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't have the time. He's busy.
Why don't you do it here?
Maybe
that could be a new
talk.
TMDS.
We'll probably rebrand it if we do. But
you had some big guests.
Eric Alper and Stu Stone.
No. Why don't you want to start a new show? Just us?
You two and Gibby.
Sure.
With me, you, and Rance Mullenix?
Wait a minute. PPMM, except with Stu instead of Brother Bill. What do you think?
No, I wouldn't do that to Brother Bill, but Brother Bill would do that to me.
Because then it's toast.
Oh,
See what I did there? That becomes toast.
I would say this, though.
He's not here to defend him.
No, I like him. I will say that I picked 3 songs. They all have the same name. And the first one I played was a 1993 recorded song
that Monica loves,
called Creep by TLC. The second one I released, or I played, was a 1993 released song called Creep by Stone Temple Pilots.
Love it.
And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this band's debut album came out in 1993.
Whoa.
So all 3 of my songs within the same year, same name, all popular
and
songs.
all great.
All massive.
Popular songs.
Massive hits.
Popular songs within the same year with the same name.
But none more popular than this one.
Pretty fucked up.
In our circles.
Yes. You know what's so good about this song? That it was the perfect sort of bait and switch that you could ever imagine, because you heard this song and it brought you to the warehouse or the docks or wherever they came to play that show when we all went to the Pablo Honey tour. And then you discovered all this other music that was like, whoa, wait a minute. There's something to these guys.
Right.
So it's almost like the perfect sort of commercial song to pull you in and then get you sucked into the world of listening to Radiohead, obviously. Cool House, that's where it was.
Yeah.
The Government.
Oh, a lot of motion.
I'm a weirdo.
You never would have guessed in 1993 this would arguably be the biggest rock band of the 2000s. Sort of in the conversation.
So many things about this song that fall under the qualifications of stuff that we love around here. First of all, another song where the band didn't even like the song, didn't want to put it out, becomes their biggest song that they've ever put out.
Right.
How many times do we have songs like that on Pandemic Friday and Toast?
Exclusive.
That's a thing that we love.
Right.
How about songs we love, songs where the bass player wrote the song? We love those songs.
The best.
That's one of these right here.
Nothing beats that.
Mike Hogan.
Isn't that crazy?
Love it.
Radiohead. This song came out. The album came out in 1993, Pablo Honey. The song actually came out late 92, but obviously it took a while to get going.
Sure.
Here's the fucking mind blow. There's so many mind blows, guys.
It's an epic jam for guys our age.
Yeah.
The song was a complete dud when it came out. A DJ, and now you want to talk about Happy Purim.
Was it Chris Shepard?
A DJ in Israel played it. The song first got exposure in Israel. How about, you never hear that.
It's not where you go.
That's
traditionally.
not usually where you go. The Backstreet Boys came to Canada. Radiohead went to Israel to become popular with this song, and then it ended up, BBC Radio didn't want to play this song, said it was too depressing. And I actually have the name of the guy. An Israel DJ named Yoav Kutner played Creep often on Israeli radio.
Wow.
And it became a national hit. Radiohead quickly set up tour dates.
Richard Kutner.
Radiohead quickly set up tour dates in Israel
Kenner,
to
like the guys who made
capitalize
the Star Wars toys?
on the success. Of course, we all know that Radiohead turned out to be really great.
They're Jerusalem
Here's a
shows,
fun
so.
fact for Cam Gordon.
Oh.
Yeah.
The version issued for Radio Play replaces the lyric "so fucking special" to "so
Very.
very special."
So very
Radiohead
special.
worried
Yes.
that issuing a censored version would be selling out, but decided it was, I'll do this in my best Alan Cross, but decided it was acceptable since their idols, Sonic Youth, had done the same thing.
There
Right.
you go. For what song?
What?
I'm trying to think.
You'll have to figure that out on your
cool
own.
thing or something.
Oh, Chuck D's in that.
Wow. Yeah.
How
Tell it,
about,
Jam Jam.
how about that?
Tell it like it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you mentioned in your song that there was a lawsuit.
Yes. Billy Corgan.
There was a lawsuit with this song as well.
Ooh.
Check it out.
If I could make a wish, I think
I completely hear it. This is more obvious to me than Drown
I mean,
versus
it's
Shine.
so obvious.
Yeah, like the
I-
melody is.
I love this mind blow you're doing.
It's like
This
no one
is gonna
knows
blow
this
people's mind because
version.
no one also knows what song this is yet.
Well, they don't know this version, that's for sure. But the next one. Anyway, this is wonderful what you did here.
cigarettes, no sleep, no light,
It's a double
no
mind blow.
sound,
A real Stu Stone special coming here.
Almost as good as
So
my
anyway,
Shine.
This is
once
like
we
Christy
get
Moore.
once we get into what this is, this lawsuit actually worked out, and now this guy got credit for writing Radiohead "Creep" and got paid on it.
Wow.
has left me peace.
Wow.
Albert Hammond is this guy's name.
Oh. It's Sons and the Strokes.
What more could I ask? There's nothing
Can't wait for the chorus to come. Then Cam's gonna be like, "Oh,
He's like, oh, that's what this is.
peace.
oh, it's one of those two verse songs."
Don't bore us. Get to the chorus.
No, but this is
Come on,
beautiful.
Albert. I know, it's beautiful.
It's like it's the same. Lots of similarities.
Sometimes all I need is the air.
There you go.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Okay. This is what, the Hollies or?
Now here's a crazy. Remember those mind blows really started songs we didn't know were a cover. Well, let's get into it, Miker.
Wow.
The Air That I Breathe, which everybody knows as a song by the Hollies, is a cover. Who knew that?
I did not know that.
I did not know that.
The Hollies song is a cover of an Albert Hammond song, which Radiohead then sampled.
This is why we do toast.
Okay.
This is why the FOTMs need more toast. Not once a fucking month.
But even this part sounds like Creep.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same
Yeah.
because it's a
It's the
cover.
same composition.
Wow. Why do I not know this?
I know,
I
but that's
like
what
never
we do.
heard this.
Some fun facts about this song. The engineer of this Hollies song, Alan Parsons.
Whoa.
And yes, now I hear the Bulls are. That's why you're wearing the Michael Jordan sweater.
And then, of course, the Hollies, a fun fact about the Hollies. We've mentioned bands where, like, the main kind of dude left the band and they got bigger. Well, Graham Nash
Right?
was a member of the Hollies, left the band, and then they blew up
Wow.
with this.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
What was that
And he
other song?
dated Joni Mitchell, right?
That's right. With not Devil in the Blue Dress or Long Cool Woman.
Long cool woman in a blue dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird
excellent.
band, very different than like.
But a heavy,
their
kind of a
60s stuff.
heavy, cool band, the Hollies.
Totally.
The
yeah.
Hollies were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010. We should wait till the chorus hits us here because the production's real nice. Shout out to Alan Parsons. And apparently Eric Clapton,
These-
COVID denier,
Boo.
Yeah.
said that as soon as he heard the first note of this song, he said it had more soul than anything he'd ever heard in his life was this song. Kind of reminds me of old Bee Gees. This
Yeah.
Oh, before the
they
falsetto.
disco.
Before the
Yeah.
falsetto. Don't forget, He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother is a Hollies jam. too.
Right. Yeah.
So the air that I breathe.
Also, I can't live if living was without you. Oh no, that's Harry Nielsen. Never
Yeah,
mind.
and that's
And we've had 3 episodes of
Strike
Toast
that.
and 3 victories for Stu Stone. There you go.
But I'll credit where it's due. Those were some good mind blows.
Thank you.
I never heard that Holly's Radiohead compare, and it's so obvious. Too.
very interesting. Yeah, I always learn something from you guys. Thanks for making the trek. I know you're not exactly living next door like Kareem or Bojana.
It's worth the schlep.
But you know what? And we can talk offline. If you were interested in every third Thursday, I'm open
Listen, you
to
tell
this.
me when to be here.
Is that easy?
I mean, I like coming here and doing this. You want to know why? Because my mom likes it.
And I like your mom.
And I like to see Cam, and I like to see you, Mike, and I love talking to the FOTMs. And being hidden away from them for so long was crippling to my psyche.
Oh.
So we'll talk.
I like the break first.
Wait. Let's hear from Cam. That's true.
Yeah.
It takes 3 to tango. Everybody knows that. Cam, you want to keep this as the third Thursday of every month? Is that a good?
Don't
is
put
that a
me
good,
on the spot. I
It's
don't
okay.
know.
I mean, that was my initial idea.
Like once a month, either thereabouts seems
So you
good
heard
to me.
it, FOTMs. You heard it here. Stu and Mike are ready to go every third Thursday.
You guys can do your own thing.
Cam is making. Do you want to start our own podcast too?
Sure.
Can you, me, and Gibby do a podcast?
You know, we're learning to live with COVID. I'm back in the office. Have some business trips planned. It's just
Okay, so if it's
realistically-
what is the third Thursday of April? Let's just check out what that date is so we can tease it.
Cam definitely does not hate this.
I didn't say I hate
He
it.
loves this.
I didn't say I hate
His-
it.
No,
First of all, Cam's
he
hero is Toronto Mike. So if the fact that he gets to like,
Is that
it's
true,
like,
Cam?
It's like
Yeah.
me hanging with Gibby. Is like
I love doing this too.
Here it
I'm
is.
not
So
saying I don't.
the next episode of Toast is the 21st. The 21st of April.
if I'm
And-
available.
What do you mean? Where are you going to be?
Listen, shit's getting crazy.
Well, then
right
why are you
now.
telling me you want to do every third fucking Thursday?
I mean, I'm just telling you what you want to
But
hear.
are you
Mike.
going away in April?
Possibly.
You're going away in April.
What's this? This is the worst song
This is
in
a-
the history of your show.
So not.
This is the
So
Pizza
not.
Hut Ninja Turtle song.
Here are the like.
I'll have
It
to.
sounds like Mark Wahlberg singing like in the Boogie Nights.
Probably was.
That's why we're here and we're telling you true. We're coming out of a shell.
I think it's fun.
I just like the song because it makes me think of you guys.
Ain't nothing like a song with a beat.
And I want to let you know how much I enjoy these episodes of Toast. Like, I look forward to for weeks.
There will be no retreat. We're coming
Out of a shell.
Sounds like
out of a shell.
what's the band with those two twin brothers with the long blonde hair?
Oh, Nelson.
Nelson.
Yeah, it's a bit Nelson, bit Nelson-y,
Out of a shell.
and full Nelson.
Now you had to order a personal pan pizza to get that song.
Yeah.
Stu Stone.
Always a pleasure, Mike.
I want FOTMs to watch the Stu Stone sessions.
The Stu Sessions,
Sorry,
if
yes.
it's hard to find, you can just go on YouTube and look it up. But the Astrolab website also hosts all the episodes with nice write-ups and photography and all this stuff.
If you can't find it, hit me up. I'll point you in the right direction. Cam Gordon, I can't wait to have lunch at your place of employment.
Yeah. What?
Let me know.
Anytime. You're welcome to.
Stu.
As if you showed up on time, you would have heard this.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
What kind of lunch
Stu.
are you guys offering?
Today we had halal, guys. Very tasty.
I'd like to come.
Yeah. Yummy.
That'd
So
be
I'll
nice.
see you guys here
Why
on
don't
the
you parade me around?
21st of
Yeah.
April. We'll
Go
discuss
in the
what
blue
the
room.
topic will
Canna
be.
Cabana should sponsor that episode. It's the day after.
There you go.
Right. Actually, let me talk to
Right.
let me talk to Andy.
Right.
Let me get back to you, buddy.
Smoke songs.
And that that brings us to the end of our 1016th show.
That's crazy.
You can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Toronto Mike.
Wow, Kentucky just lost.
Woo. Stu Stone is at Stu Stone.
Sure is.
Cam Gordon is at Cam_Gordon.
Hell yeah.
Our friends at Great Lakes Brewery are at Great Lakes Beer. Andy says it's another great show. And she put 3 hearts.
Thank you very
Andy,
much.
Pandy.
She's a delight.
You're a delight. Palma pasta. I'll be eating Palma pasta as I celebrate my daughter's 6th birthday. That's coming up on Saturday. They're at Palma Pasta.
Happy birthday, Morgan. And Jeannie Becker.
YYZ said it was great fun as always. Johnny O said it was good to see us all and have a lovely night. That's so polite. And oh my goodness, I always say that.
they are
Joker
asking
Roru
for
says
a quick Luger!
Moose Grumpy says good night.
Stinger!
Dan J says good
Arn
night.
Anderson is my best friend.
Sticker U is at Sticker U.
Sticker you!
Ridley's Funeral Home.
Yeah.
It's at Ridley FH.
Home.
Subscribe to Brad's
Power
excellent
free.
podcast. It's called
Look at me. Look.
Life's Undertaking.
Undertaker, yeah.
Oh, yes!
Canna Cabana. All right,
boom.
Canna.
Canna
Oh my
Cabana.
God. I can't see anymore. Somebody's son loves you. Who is that? I can't see.
Someone who has a smart son.
That's one request I have for you, Ian Service. Can we improve the contrast? I can never read the names of the person.
Toronto Mike! Woo! You're always complaining about something. You don't know what it's like to be, woo! Longest,
Jokeroru.
oldest ride at the park, longest line. Woo!
And Ryobi, they're not on Twitter, not the Canadian office. They're on
Oh.
Instagram
Hiss.
at Ryobi_Canada.
The official battery of Monica.
See you all next week.
That's not true.
That's not true. I'm back at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Come back to live.torontomike.com
Power
and enjoy.
tools.
Power Tools.